Welcome everyone to the broadcast. It's so good to have all of you here tonight. Hello everybody. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Happy Tuesday everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic night and a great start to your week. Everybody, I am the Sharply Dressed Man. We're playing some more Pathologic 3 tonight. The definitive, creepy, unsettling, dark fantasy game. The third in the series, but it's the third time that they've told the same story. Interestingly enough, but hey, if it's good, you just got to keep doing it. So yeah, I was out yesterday, but I'm here right now. I'll be out on Friday and Saturday too. So busy week, but it's Mother's Day, so don't forget that, folks. It's Mother's Day. This coming weekend. Plan for it. Don't get caught by surprise. We're making some progress in this game. We're currently on day 2, I want to say. I think we just wrapped up day 2. And then I think we have to go to day 1? No. I forget what we're supposed to do next. Day 1? We can go to day 1. The game is kind of good at, like, indicating where you need to go next in terms of time. When you need to go next. It's very non-linear, but super fun. I'm really enjoying it so far. It kind of scratches the whole, like, pathologic itch. Lots of very weird kind of imagery. Very surrealistic. Very dreamlike. And it also feels like you never have enough time. And that's always the thing with these games. You're just trying to do like a million things all at once. And you never have enough time to do it all. Just like real life. Alright. Let's see what else. Played a lot of Honkai Star Rail over the weekend. Almost caught up in my Final Fantasy XIV. I'm trying to get to the latest patch in Final Fantasy XIV because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit excited for Evercold. I'm enjoying the announcements that they've had so far. I want to see where that goes, so trying to prepare myself for it. We'll see what happens. I think it would be kind of fun to dip my toes back in Final Fantasy XIV at some point. Does it count as a JRPG? Can I play some Final Fantasy XIV for Year of the JRPG in 2026? Would that be alright? Alright, everyone. I think that's it. Well, let's go and get started. We got, what, like 3.5 hours of Pathologic 3? That might be enough to do, like, one thing. We'll see. Like I said, very unsettling. Cannot wait to get back into it. Let's do it. Continue. I think we had just finished everything. Right, like we had just finished all the stuff we had planned to do today. So we're in day 2. There is this thing. The plague sample. But we have not yet figured out how to even get the plague sample. And I don't know at this point if I really want to, like, try to get back over there, because what is it? It's 9:43? If I go there now, I have to be back by 2 a.m. Well, I mean, it's a clear walk, so we could do it just to see. I just want to see what's there, because this thing is still on the map, which normally means there's something to do, right? So we could do it.
Boiling, cracking, screeching.
Let's run over there and see what happens.
Living.
I just want to see. I just want to see. I'm hoping that it, like, gives me a breadcrumb of some kind. Hey, yeah, you need to come back here with a ladder. Or with someone who's taller than you are, or something. Yeah, you can see it up there. You can see it. It's all over the house.
Superstitions aren't real.
Curiosity killed the cat. You should run as fast as you can. Okay. This isn't soot. Isidore's house is covered with a creepy substance. Neighboring houses are still clean, but not for long. Yeah, the house is locked. Right, well, I guess we just have to leave. There's nothing really else to do here. Hey, Rory, welcome. How are you? Still don't know exactly what this does. Besides making the place look really weird. What does it do? Okay. Where are we going? Day 1. That's right, we wanted to go to day 1 because Georgie was talking about events that happened on the first day that he found to be embarrassing. So I'm curious, what happened on day 1 that Georgie was so embarrassed about? Rory, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate that. And we're back with the inspector. Hello.
So, we have a little loop here with an overcast stitch, as it were. Or a noose.
At it again, Doctor. I asked you not to bury me in trifles. Are you here to complain that children stole your microscope? Your arrival in this town doesn't interest me. I care only about what matters. What could be more important than how it all began? Or do you take me for your memoirist? A close friend, entrusted with your life from its very beginning? But on day 1, something else happened. Something that matters. It concerns Simon. Simon Kane is a curious figure indeed. But for our purposes, he is entirely secondary. By the time you arrived, he was already dead, as I understand it. And that is your mistake, Inspector. You are misreading the past. Simon is central to my account. You still can't grasp my central point, esteemed bachelor. You chased after some old man and turned your back on the fate of tens of thousands of people. This is where your guilt lies. Now you are repeating the same mistake. We're investigating the plague, the town. Only they matter, not Simon. Who gave you the right to decide what matters and what doesn't? A special commission did. Is Simon connected to the plague? He's not. Is his death connected? It's not. Until you can establish that connection for me, I don't wish to hear about your white whale hunt. What I do wish to hear about is criminal negligence. Let's move on to the other days. Okay, so I guess we go to day 4. So we've already finished day 3, we finished day 2, so now we're on to day 4. Which ends more abruptly than the rest. Alright. Day 4.
Where do you think we are right now?
Shall we continue? Let us examine the 4th day of your tragic odyssey. It was particularly replete with dubious conduct. Dubious conduct. Go ahead and say it. Crimes, malicious malpractice, deliberate sabotage, or whatever you call it in your line of work. You are currently classified as a witness, hence I am speaking with you rather than my associates. Here in my own facility, no less. You're not under arrest. Yet you're speaking to me as if the deaths of 15,000 people are my fault. Or was it 16,000? We've been talking for 5 hours straight, so my memory is fuzzy. Here are the facts. You happen to be the only competent doctor in a town of 18,000, facing an unprecedented lethal epidemic. Is that correct? We've been through this a dozen times. Why do you keep asking the same question? Is this part of your interrogation technique? Getting ahead of yourself again, esteemed bachelor? Please, calm down. I'm just following the chain of events. My modest brain simply can't keep pace with your blistering train of thought. Quit the act. Modesty doesn't suit you. You assumed executive authority over the emergency command, and were in fact the person responsible for a number of administrative, research, and specialized tasks. Is that correct? An hour ago you claimed I refused to take charge of the emergency command. You're contradicting yourself, Inspector. Getting tired, are you? Let us be brief then. Here are your case files. First, you attempted to flee the town in a smuggler's train, which landed you in jail, where you remained until the 5th day. Nonsense. Don't interrupt. Second, you scathingly refused to recruit motivated volunteers to organize a corps of orderlies. Third, despite having all the means at your disposal, you deliberately ceased work on a promising vaccine. Furthermore, if any of this was true, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, I'd be dead. Furthermore, according to witness testimony, Bachelor Denkovsky was seen digging up graves at the cemetery. Later, conspiring with Artemy Barak, who led an infected person out of the quarantine zone. Clearly you didn't sit idly by. Did Artemy do that? What? When did that happen? Do you hear yourself? Why on earth would I dig up graves at the cemetery? It's absurd. Do you think putting together a case like this was simple? Please get to the point. As your pals from beyond the Orgorkon River say, to be a falcon, the quail must quail no longer. No one there says that, but who cares? Oh yes, and most importantly, a double homicide. On the 4th day, Bachelor Denkovsky shot 2 random passers-by outside the warehouses. What, will you tell me that didn't happen either? Oh, we killed one of them. We killed one, the other one got away. It was self-defense, a them or me situation. When you deny the facts, please do me a favor and explain yourself, and stop meandering. Tell me your version of the event in detail. Describe your universe, so to speak. Let them bring more coffee first, and make sure they add sugar this time. I can cancel past events. Click X. A gear-shaped node. Click a gear-shaped node. It will turn red, meaning the chain of events leading to that node will be undone when the day starts. Other people will forget what has been said. Artifacts obtained within this story will be removed from me. It's crucial to cancel the failed escape on day 4. Otherwise, I'll wake up in prison again tomorrow. Alright, we canceled the Failed escape. Right? So this is day 4. We don't want Bad Grief to die. He's not gonna die. And we get rid of no entry. Okay, so we're basically redoing the entire day. We're not going to be put in jail. A Bad Grief is not going to die. And the kids will remember having talked to us on day 3 because that is what we did. Why is day 1... Does that have an exclamation point? What's going on there? The past doesn't matter. Luggage problems, a tour of the town, meeting notable residents. The first day has no bearing on the story of the plague. I already told the inspector everything he was interested in, even a bit more. There's something happened on day 1. Something big happened on day 1, apparently. Because they're very pointedly preventing me from going back to day 1 until I've done the rest of them. Hey, Sulu, good evening, welcome. So I am really curious. How this goes. Okay, start day. Begin the 4th day. Which ends more abruptly than the rest. Final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll have time to jump into the last car. I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important to me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. If I try to flee, I'll be caught and caged like a rat. Or was there still a way? Bad Grief's life is in danger. Town's defenses against plague is in my hands. Citizens await decrees, and my secretary awaits me with his morning report. Yesterday, young Barak and I struck a deal. I'm waiting for his assistance at the hospital. Let's take a look at our decrees. We got 2 more decrees, by the way. We learned how to make new decrees. Denial, prohibit dying. So we can just stop people from dying. Encouragement. Decorate the town with colorful lanterns, reduces unrest. But nothing else to reduce deaths. Or rather... What happens if we just say prohibit dying? What does that even do? Doesn't look like it does anything, and I get the sense that's exactly the point. Greetings, Doctor. First of all, allow me to admit how utterly honored I am to serve under an esteemed specialist with a metropolitan education. Here's my report. The town is on the brink. Problems keep piling up. I've already canceled the younger Ogimski's decree on vaccinating the population with who knows what. We'll see infection rates slow down soon. I'm sure it was a very wise decision, but it's not enough. You're in charge now, and your power isn't just about shuffling decrees around like a deck of cards. There's a whole list of urgent issues that demand your immediate and full attention. Like what? Like the water supply. I'll have you know that tonight, vandals destroyed the town's plumbing system. All the water pumps are broken. Why would anyone do that? That seems so weird. Why would anyone destroy the plumbing? Ah, you're new in town and not used to our ways yet. The steppe folk have some superstitions, so to speak, about digging up the ground. Vlad the Younger built the plumbing to provide the town with fresh water, but not everyone approved of his kindness. Once again, the patient is the doctor's most bitter enemy. Their beliefs forbid them. from, how do I put it, violating the integrity of the ground without dire need. The pipes run underground, ergo the pipes are the root of all evil. Naive logic, but undisputable in its own way. Yeah, I mean, if you actually believed in that, then yes, I can see their points. Maybe you have some idea of where we could get water. I'm afraid not. Without water, the infection would spread even faster than it does now. And the town won't survive long. And unfortunately, it's not the only problem we're facing today. I also need your decision concerning the body disposal. Okay, as usual, you want to challenge death. But what you have to do is tidy up after her triumph. The plague is fierce indeed, and it has struck down many in just a couple of days. I'd say it's running this town into the ground. But that's exactly the problem. Burial is slow, expensive, and hard. There's the obvious alternative of burning the bodies. Okay. Judging by your tone, there's some catch to that idea then. The measure won't be popular. In the capital, they opened a new crematorium recently, or so they say. But even the metropolitan masses, the idea of burning bodies is scandalous. What would you expect from us then? Making such a decision would make you extremely unpopular among the masses and anger the townsfolk. That's a reasonable argument. But there's also the matter of the smell, smoke, ashes, soot. How do we handle all that? We don't have a newfangled crematorium like that. That's a hard one. It's not really a true substitute for a crematorium, but you do have the factory furnaces, right? That's the best available option. Very well, I'll make the arrangements in your name today. And there's another issue, the Hey, Brent. Compromise, eat them. They're riddled with plague, Brent. I'm sure that would be not a very popular option either. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I won't get anything else done at this rate. Blood shows the way. Plague has exposed the town's problems. Superstitious savages destroyed the water supply. Water is scarce and they expect me to find a solution. The town's defense against plague is in my hands. Citizens await decrees and my secretary awaits me with his morning reports. Got it. Bad Grief is believed to be Simon's murderer. I wonder what earned him such a title. Okay, we need to do some things here. I think firstly, I have to go to the hospital. What's this? Georgie scheduled a meeting with me at his workshop. I have to talk to Georgie too? Interesting. Okay.
Shall I sing a song for you?
Why is Lara here? Dr. Dankovsky, I was told you had agreed to lead the town during the plague. I'm glad that power is now in the hands of a man who is no stranger to compassion. Why would you have that impression of me? You don't know me at all, and you say you know my relationship to compassion? Your eyes betray you. It is a tragedy to have rancorous people in power. You, however, are free of bitter hate. It gives me hope. Please, spare me a minute. Of course, I'm listening. My house has long been a shelter for anyone who needs a roof over their head. Now that the whole town is in peril, I need to play my part more than ever. I shelter those who have lost something, their home, their loved ones, their job, their reason to live on. Thank you for being so eager to help. There will be more and more people in need of with each passing day. Yes, of course, I have helpers. Besides lodgings, we also help with food, water, medicine. People are used to turning to us in their time of need, which is a good thing, but now our supplies are dwindling. To be honest, we'd be grateful for any help the town hall can spare us. Interesting. You didn't prepare for an outbreak of plague. I'll arrange a delivery of food and medicine to you. Thank you, Doctor. Words can't express how much your help means to me in the House of the Living. You mentioned you have water. Can I ask where you get it? This morning I was told the plumbing system had been destroyed. It has, but we still have water carriers in these parts. They go to the springs in the steppe and carry barrelfuls of water from there. I've already arranged the deliveries. They are very compassionate people. Well, okay, interesting. So they have to carry it manually, but at least they still get some. So the water carriers gather at your place too. Convenient. If I come for a sanitary check, I'll talk to them as well. Okay. Inspector. Benevolent Lara Ravel opened her doors to people in need. Let's hope they don't all infect each other there. Hero and his serpent cloak.
Souls of a feather flock together.
Why are all these people in the house? Hello, Grace. I hear it. I hear the voice from below the earth.
That's okay. I've found a way. Everything is going to be just fine. You'll see.
Whose voice? A man was shoved into a coffin and buried. Buried alive. He's screaming, crying for help. What a nightmare. Who did this? Who could conceive of such a twisted punishment? I've heard Odongs did a similar thing to someone who wronged them. I figured it was just talk. I guess it's not. No, the Odongs couldn't do this. Their laws forbid it. Some scriptures say, thou shalt not kill. But has that ever stopped anyone? What are we standing around for? We have to hurry and rescue him. I don't know why they buried him. I just hear him underground. I sense him. How does it work? You hear the voice in your head, but you can't talk back? I can speak to the dead, but he's not dead. All I know is that he cries out for help. Do you have any information at all? Does he know where we should look for him? No, he just screams. That's all. I'll start my search at the cemetery. Whoa! I am super manic. I'm about to die. Good grief. Hey, bud. I don't have anything to trade. Why are all the kids here? Oh, so you're our doctor now. No wonder the whole theater cleared out when you showed up. I mean, everything is ready for you in the former theater. All the potions, poultices, and beds. Your assistant sent me to tell you they're just waiting for you. What assistant? You'll see. He's the bravest one who was offered the job. You're probably poking at boils and all sorts of nasty stuff, and some people just want to do that. But Yakov? Or just don't want to do that. But Yakov, he agreed. Sabrov did mention something about assistants. I should go see who they hired. Yakov is the best. He's not afraid of the plague, and you didn't scare him either. And you should hear the scary stories they tell about you. People say you brought the plague in your suitcase straight from the capital. That you're an undercover inquisitor. That even you don't know when you're going to have a bad day and decide to execute someone. They also say I eat children for breakfast. Haven't you heard that one yet? Gee, that one's mighty ugly. Whose idea was it to put this nastiness everywhere? We're scared enough as it is without these towering wooden things. Should have put up something nice instead, something beautiful that would please the eye. Putting them up was necessary. Such nonsense! What evil do birds ever do to anyone? Birds are God's own creatures. Any infection bounces right off of them. Ma, let's go. Ma, I don't want to be here. Your son is being very sensible. Go home. Being outside is not a great idea. The town is in quarantine.
As if things are animated.
Okay, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We had to have spend some time at the playground, but we're not gonna die. So what was it that I put up? What are they all looking at? Oh, this. Yeah, we put those up because they scare off the Shabnak. Grace says she can feel that a man is buried alive right now at the cemetery. Grace says a lot of things. Alright, we should go to the hospital first. And just wouldn't you know, we're going to walk straight through an infected area. Feed them to Brents? Okay, I'll feed them to Brent. Sounds good. Wow, that was a lot of resources just to do that. Only if they're organic, free-range, and grass-fed. Oh, look. It's Clara.
It all breaks wherever you go. Whenever you go, things, people, time. Can't you feel it? Just stay in.
They told me the theater's a hospital now, with a doctor for a director. So here I am, looking into your eyes, and how are you, a doctor? You can tell a man's profession by his eyes. Yes, eyes give away many things. They're like keyholes. Actually, a good keyhole doesn't give away without a key. Your eyes give you away. They give you away. I look into them and see. Your body is here, but your mind is far away, in the capital. You're thinking of ways to leave. But you're not going anywhere. The town's hold on you is strong. You haven't realized it yet, but it's true. Not bad, maybe a little impressive even. Any other interesting things you can tell me? You, in the capital, in a room with an investigator. You're on trial. The town has perished, and they've made you take the fall. All you could have lived with that. And you could have lived with that. You are guilty of not saving it after all. But after they finish with you, they tear apart your Thanatica, just like that, for no reason. What's wrong? You've gone pale. How do you know what I fear? Oh, it's all in your eyes. There are holes into the soul, you know that? But I'm not reading your fears. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Do you believe me now? Then listen. You need my help at the hospital. So what can you help me with? I see you're swamped with patients here. There are more of them than rotten apples in autumn. But my hands work miracles. They can take pain away. What do you mean take pain away? Every illness comes from the heart. The body is nothing more than a reflection of the spirit. But you need not understand that. All you have to do is believe. If you don't let me in a few days, your hospital will vanish. Ta-da! It doesn't matter if you like me or not. What matters is the people inside. Don't you agree? And what are you going to do exactly? Save those you write off as doomed. I don't think it will hamper you. You can't even begin to comprehend the parts of the body I work with. Who knows, maybe your presence will calm someone. Alright, come in. But don't go around calling yourself a doctor, and don't get in the way of real medicine, understood? Don't call yourself a doctor. You care more about words than what actually matters, scholar. Alright, I'll obey. I'd say don't get in my way either, but you couldn't even if you wanted to. Words are extremely important. Acceptance. Clara asked for permission to work in the hospital. I agreed on my terms. Strange visitor awaits me at the hospital entrance. Okay, so Clara... I just got an achievement, so we now have both Barack and Clara working at the hospital with us. Both in different capacities, I'm assuming. I mean, Artemy is a surgeon. Clara's a miracle worker. Yakov Little, my assistant. Why did he show up? Where did he even come from? There isn't even a school here. I didn't ask for an assistant. I didn't ask for him to climb into the jaws of the plague with me. I never asked for this.
A good beginning is half the battle.
Oh, Yakov. Doctor, there you are. I've been appointed your assistant. Though my education, in short, I'm not even a veterinarian, just dabbling in medicine, really. I hope you don't send me away on the first day. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Yakov Little, at your service. We'll see. There's a lot to do. We'll find a use for you. Thank you for trusting me. I solemnly promise to you that I will learn everything. Catch it on the fly. The governor's people found me. I used to do some stitching on them when needed. Interesting. Okay, so he's kind of like a tailor? That, stitched up skin every now and then? Dabbles in medicine? If they sought you out, that means they survived your mending. That's something, at least. Well, I may question. Yesterday, you ordered us to look for people whose test results suggest sand pass but don't have its signs and symptoms. How can that be? Intercurrent disease. Another infection suppresses the plague. For a time, supposedly. What's with the dancer from yesterday? How is she feeling? Did you get any reports? I did. She died. But not from the sand pest. 2 diseases weakened her. If we'd treated that other one, maybe she'd have lived a wee bit longer. But there's good news, too. I ventured to test the whole pub for plague this morning. Everyone's clean. So the dancer wasn't contagious then. Interesting. Well, that was very industrious of him to do that. That's what I'd hoped for. That intercurrent patients are not just immune, but also safe around the uninfected. So we're going to make our drug from the blood of these kinds of patients. The ones the plague doesn't kill outright? Did I get that right? Our vaccine. We'll try, how do I say it, to pass their resistance on to others. Ah, I see. A serum is more likely than a vaccine in our situation, but call it what you may. I'll leave written instructions. That's how it'll be, huh? We'll find patients and carry them straight to the centrifuge. To make a vaccine out of them? Doesn't sound humane. No, we diagnose them first, or the centrifuge will spin who knows what. We'll do an interview, a physical exam, second interview about symptoms, tests maybe, but not for plague. That might be a quandary. The microscope you brought from the capital, we installed it like some monument, but we couldn't find any slides or reagents for it. We're looking for them. Oh god, we don't have any slides to actually use the microscope. First those little pilferers, now this. Get me the microscope supplies by tomorrow. I don't care how. Let's try to do without the microscope for now. We'll find everything. It's my first day working. Please don't be too harsh. It's bedlam over here. I've only just discouraged the orderlies from plundering the other costumes besides the bird ones. Alright, here. I put together a list of diseases we might encounter in patients who resist the plague. But it's easier to show that in action. On a live specimen, so to speak. Live specimens coming up. We found 3 patients for you. Luta, a shopkeeper, Finch, a dyer, and... let's see. Wait a minute. Let me at least have a look around first. See if the theater is any good at playing the hospital in our play. Yakov Little. Let's take a look around. Let's talk to Artemy.
This calls for a surgeon's precision. Step aside.
Mendea M. Shen. Turning the theater into a hospital. I don't think you could have chosen a better place. Or a worse one. I used to come see plays here. I've even participated in a few myself. When a town lacks even a basic clinic, one has to improvise. Now that the hospital has been set up, our work can begin. I'm ready to help. More than just help. I want to make a panacea. A medicine that will cure the sand plague. I believe it's possible. Just as a note, he actually succeeds in this at the end of the second game. He creates a panacea that can cure the plague. It takes a lot of work and some very questionable materials. Spoiler? I played through the whole game on stream, Brent. I played through the whole thing. The whole point of this game is that you're seeing stuff that you don't see from the Haruspex' perspective. There is some, like, crossover, but generally speaking, like, important things to the second game aren't important in the third game. Like, for instance, I was thinking about the mystery of Artemy Barak's father, Isidore Barak, who was killed. If you play through the second game, you know who killed Artemy Barak, or Isidore Barak, and for what reason. Right? So, if you go straight from the second game to the third game, but that doesn't matter, because Dankovsky passes off all of that inspection, like that investigation work, to Artemy Barak. So you don't even investigate the murder, so to speak. I don't know how that's gonna, like, cross over between the two, but technically the murder is already solved. It's an interesting, like, way to tell the story. So I want to see what Dankovsky experiences that Artemy did not. If you're so bold, then we need tissue samples from the infected. The more the better. You don't need to talk to me like a child. This isn't just wishful thinking. And the infected are not something we're going to be in short of, Imshin. You don't understand, Barak. We need special patients to see how the body reacts to the plague. We need people that are sick with something else too. Do you have any idea where we can find them? I think I know what you're getting at. You're interested in the termitary, aren't you? The elder Olgimsky became suspiciously nervous yesterday when the termitary was mentioned. I heard it's been sealed off to protect the people inside from the sand plague. And do you just believe that? Anything Big Vlad says, I wouldn't trust. The termitary is a perfect petri dish right now, I expect. Ah, do you need a sample from that dish? If there's an outbreak at the Olgimsky's plant, I need an intercurrent patient from inside, who I can compare to those infected in town. Find me one, Barak. You're a local. You must know a way to get inside. Alright, physician. It's a deal. You'll have your patient, but I have a request of my own. I'm listening. It's only a small favor. I might be in the termitary for some time. And there are children in town I'm responsible for. They need to be looked after. While I'm away, I ask you to be their... What's the word you people use? Their guardian. Fine, whatever. Babysitting is then. Thanks, physician. It's a deal. By the way, before I forget, I have this trinket here. It belonged to my father, but I suspect he might need it more than I do. 3 children. That's exactly 3 more than I'm used to. Barak agreed to bring a patient from the termitary for me. He asked for a small favor in return, to watch over the children entrusted to him. Allocated a portion of command resources to a good cause. I'm all too familiar with the humiliation of begging for funding. So we gave rations, medicine to Lara, and reduced the total contagion by minus 130, or minus 30. That's very good. That's huge! Scratched knees, skinny, and she keeps fidgeting with her hands.
Do not refashion that which is grown.
Dubious construction, more trouble than it's worth. What it was worth is a try.
Yargachin. Still self-taught.
What else do you want, Imshin? Don't hold me up if you want me to bring you a patient today. Just wanted to clarify one thing. You said you intend to make a panacea. Are you serious? Yes. Using that name to refer to a cure for the sand pest. I didn't choose the word lightly. The kin hold a belief that the sand plague brings together all diseases at once. It's the primordial, original disease. Oh, God. Okay. The granddaddy of all diseases. Before you dismiss that as just a fairy tale, keep in mind. My father shared that belief, and to acknowledge his credibility. Your father survived the previous outbreak and kept the town from perishing then. That's why his opinion carries weight with me. Shen, we don't have time for debates. Here's your answer. Yes, I hope to find a cure for the plague. To save those who are already sick. You hope to make an effective vaccine to prevent the plague, to stop it from spreading. Have you made any progress in the cure already? You won't like it. Yesterday you told the whole town that you think the dead gruel the Odonga you brew is nonsense. But I think they were looking in the right direction. Herbs and blood are needed, but not the ones they had. Which ones exactly? I haven't figured out yet. But the key to salvation, the solution to the plague, it's here, somewhere. I see. My thoughts about the vaccine were also based on that nightmarish concoction, although I have since left it far behind. We're both still in the beginning of our paths. We have nothing to fight over. We're not getting in each other's way. Maybe one day that day will come, but today is not that day. I'll be glad if you succeed, if you really do find a way to cure the sick.
Pigeons for some, ring doves for others.
So, Doctor, have you had a look around? Is everything to your liking? Is it all set up properly? It'll do. You can't do better in a day anyway. So we did our best. Didn't sleep all night. Please tell us if something's not right. Where are the patients I'm supposed to examine personally? Don't tell me they're up out there on the stage. What a place you found for them. Where else would they be? It's for clarity, to separate them from the patients we wouldn't dare distract you with. Besides, the theater seems to dictate its own rules. Even now that it's a hospital, the moment you walk in, your eyes are drawn to the stage. That's where the most interesting things happen. I don't really care, to be honest. As long as it's the same protocol every day. You meet me, brief me on the cases, then I go to the patients. Well then, shall we get to work? We followed your instructions, looked for those who lasted more than 5 to 8 hours with the plague. We found 2. Luda, the shopkeeper, and Filat, a guard at the termitary. And the third one, Finch, came to us on his own. And Filat, you say, guards that very dormitory for the Bull Enterprise workers that Big Vlad quarantined? That's right. Must have caught it there while he was on watch. You won't get much in the way of complaints from Filat. Probably best to leave his case for last. If it's not too bold of me to be giving advice to a luminary like you. Luminary? Wow, this guy's got a high opinion of Dr. Dankowski. What about the shopkeeper? Relocated from an infected district. Says she feels fine, just had a fever. I'd ask if you'll allow it to start with her. She's been waiting the longest, it's awkward. And Finch? Just an ordinary worker. Already written himself off. When he came to turn himself in at the hospital, he asked for something for his head. Said it was aching. Very well, let's begin. Who did you want me to start with? Luda? Let's start with Luda. Vaccination decree. If you correctly diagnose all patients on a given day, all patients, you'll receive a vaccination decree. If you misdiagnose even one patient, you won't receive a vaccination decree. You'll need to restart the day and correct your mistake. Okay. So we have 3 people. First patient in the hospital, Luda. Relocated from infected district. She'd been waiting the longest. My assistant asked me to start with her. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here then? I had fever for no reason, that's why, but it stopped already. But I'm better now. And had no scratches on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no drought of the mouth. Did you treat your fever at home? Our house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. Boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course, the air was so stuffy in there. I tell you, but there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll still need to examine you. Please undress there behind the screen. Okay. Very pale skin, rarely leaves her home, not much time in the sun. No markings on the chests. I have streamer mode turned on, Brent. You'll be happy to know that there's, like, full nudity in this game, if you want it. Hematoma. She bumped into something? Maybe it's a symptom. Ask where the bruise came from. Okay, so she has a fever. No, thank you? Oh, okay. She has the fever. It's already on there. Skin. hematoma is not on this. Guess we just have to ask her about it later. Stone disease. Ichthyosis. Uneven skin pigmentation, forming a pattern of dark-toned spots resembling scales and separated by paler areas. Eczema, a rash. Besides red, can be black and green. Different types indicate different diseases. Let's go with rash. On her legs. So it really is just like her fever, and she's got a hematoma on her arm. What is going on? Why can I not go to that? I can't, like, actually click on that. Can I go there? Nope. There we go. After the examination, I must question the patient again to clarify the details. Okay, there we go. Got it. So you could just, like, move the cursor freely. Done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen at a morgue. I told you everything in the last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to call in my assistant. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment.
We can't all be unusual. Someone has to dig the soil.
You called, doctor. I'm here and ready to heed. So, Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health despite having had a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? If she's had a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this, a patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what's come up during the exam, and about the patient's circumstances in daily life. Questions, but how do you connect the answer to a diagnosis? I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my ledger, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions is it listed as a symptom of? 9 of them. 9 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means that you have to find others and narrow down the search. Then do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. This, Little, is what's known as a differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to our problem. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all. But I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Little add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? 2 conditions, down from 9. It's like magic. A single symptom, pallor, eliminated 7 out of our 9 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean the bruise over here next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? That's news to me. I've never seen it before. And I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. Must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise came from. Dr. Dankowski, I see this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Are you with us, Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this, what causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give useful clues. Got it. When in doubt, read the condition in detail. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list with a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all, from roses to cucumbers? Cucumbers? Roses? They might follow you at all, doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. There. Earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right. It does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but in these times, I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, Doctor, about the earthen floor? Earth. Earth. There was something about earth in the manual. Wish I could remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. Hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found the diagnosis. You're a genius, Dr. Dankowski. We're lucky to have a simple and clear-cut case in our hands. I can foresee it's going to get worse from here. Bravo to you. Anyway, you're a true master of medicine. So the patient has the sand pest alongside... What's the other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, and then you can read my verdict. What about me, doctor? Where am I to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Time to make a diagnosis. Luda's case is truly straightforward. All that's left is to select the diagnosis in the list and stamp it. Okay. So... was not rash. It was fever. Hematoma. Pallor of the skin. Where's paleness? Eczema, ichthyosis. Stone disease. Rash, yellowing of the skin. Redness. Itchy skin. Insect bites, ulcers. I think I had this problem before. Pallor. Severe pallor. Circulatory system. Okay. Pallor may indicate poor blood circulation through vessels, for example, due to their constriction or anemia, reduction in hemoglobin, and red blood cells in the blood. Fever. Anemic vasculopathy. Multiple small swellings on the skin resembling speckles. Besides red can be black and green. Different types indicate different diseases. Oh, that's oh, here we go. An infectious disease caused by microorganisms from steppe soil entering the bloodstream. Oh, there you go. From the soil. Cases of airborne transmission are also reported but require confirmation. The infection leads to anemia, which can manifest as patient pallor, muscle weakness, and weight loss. Occasionally, patients may experience localized bleeding and hematomas. Acute cases display burst capillaries on the eyes and high fever. So she does have fever. Her eyes are definitely bloodshot. It's 100% anemic vasculopathy. Okay, talk to my assistant. You've got a patient record to fill in. Pallor, fever, and bruise. We did the diagnosis. Move on to the next patient. Which I guess is this guy. Are you gonna burn me? Why would I do that? It's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. If someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. If someone sneezes, the entire town district's sealed off. Sick and healthy folks alike. Then, those who do have the sand pest are marched off and burned. That is not true. We don't do anything like that. Like hell you don't. Nothing of the sort. Sheesh. You ought to peek outside your study more often, Professor. What the hell is this? You let a bullfinch out and back comes a bull. Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you, before I die, that is. Said you could find something inside me that slows down the pest. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood from me? Where did they bring you in from? I walked here from home. Caught it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning and they were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and kicking. And now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, Doctor? Any detail can reveal something. Let's continue. Do you have a family? All am I lonesome? Look at those palms. Skinnery worker? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next is blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do me anything? Toxic pigments. It's a possibility. Alright, let's check this guy out. He's got an elevated heart rate. Okay. Rapid pulse. Drinks in moderation. Peeling skin he mentioned. Unlikely to be stone disease, most likely eczema. Alright, eczema. Peeling skin. Oops. Okay. Oh, look at that. Some yellowing skin right there. His skin is yellowed, just an old chemical burn scar. Just an old chemical burn scar. So it's not related to the disease. At least not according to the good doctor. Now we ask him questions. My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on, and please allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. The plague, yes, but there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself, your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I had the only one. What you know best, Doctor? What do you want? To question me, right? Question all you want. You've complained that the skin on your chest was peeling. It was here, right? On the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema. That much is obvious. The symptom can indicate one of 2 diseases. Not to tell them apart. Give me your hands, please. I'll take your pulse. I believe I've noticed your heart behaving erratically. It's too fast. Began running fast not too long ago, Doctor. I can hear it myself, thrashing like it's caught in a snare. Too fast indeed. Your pulse and eczema together give a clear picture. Yes, they do. I was afraid I just kicked the bucket without helping any science. I can pinpoint the diagnosis now. Okay, fever, rapid pulse, eczema, it's gotta be the burning fever. It has to be the burning fever. Highly contagious disease caused by the neuroulceravirus. Transmitted through contact and breathing. Initially, the disease presents with fever, headache, and abdominal pain. Later, ulcers and eczema appear on the skin. Itchy herpetic rashes are observed. The patient experiences psychosis. Frequent fatal outcomes among densely living and working population. Risk groups. People living in crowded conditions or unsanitary conditions. The burning fever. These two symptoms make it certain. Finally, Filat. And that's the story of my life and times up to the present moment. But why do you want all these details from me? A half hour's worth of talking and it was all beside the point. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sand pest can't get me, because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. None of what you told me was beside the point. Everything was important, especially your chickenpox at age 6. Sure not overstating my importance, Doc? I'm not, and I'd rather you not call me Doc. Whatever you say. I think Doc is shorter, that's all. Saves time. Right. Olgimsky Court the cemetery shut, and you've been guarding it for, is it 6 days? Since Tuesday? This is the 3rd time you're asking me. May I ask why you distrust me so? The cemetery is a town within a town. Almost 3,000 workers. What did your authorities fear that made them lock up so many people inside? Who knows? At first they said there'd been a blowout of some kind. Sweet soot. It settled on the walls later, looked like mold. Well, the kid was worried. They're like bees in how they respond to things. As soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know. So it looks like soot? That's not good. What are people saying? What are people in there saying? They're shouting, lots of clamor, and a nasty kind of clamor too. That's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me... if it were up to you, then what? You can't lock up a living creature against its will. That's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try to so much as hinting at that to our old Gimsky yes-men. They're dead drunk on power. It used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy, my knees give out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Disrobe. I'm going to examine you. Alright. And since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe. And a cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. Okay, I mean, we're not doing this for their health. I mean, we are doing it for the health, for their happiness. We're in the middle of an epidemic. The quarantine is a necessary measure. So he's got, what are these? Veins. Damaged veins. Damaged veins. Vein damage. Suspected alcoholic. Weakness. Regular heart rate. No abnormalities on the chest. Okay. Oh, look at that. Something on the back. What is this? Redness, rash, bite, something else. There are red spots on his face, too. Possibly symptoms of his alcoholism. Let's mark it down. Skin redness. We already did the legs. Chest, back, arms, legs reverse. And I think we're good. I'm going to look at the back of his legs again real quick. Just make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. Let me go, will you, doctor? I don't understand all this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and now I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? It's the kind of joke life plays. There's nothing to debate here. You can't stop a plague outbreak without putting strict restrictions in place. I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood or maybe take a pill? Before we get to the blood and the pills, there will be some questions. Are you ready to answer a few? I've told you my entire life story, doctor, and you still want more? Ask away then. Can you recollect having any other elements besides what you already mentioned? Just the fatigue? I don't have time for ailments, do I, doctor? Between one whole day of work and the next. I'm lucky if I get enough sleep and have time to throw lunch together. And on top of that, lately you've what? Nothing, doctor. I'm losing my train of thought here. Not used to chatting away for a whole hour like you and I have been doing. I urge you to not be reticent. Tell me all of it. Any out-of-the-ordinary detail about your life, however trivial, may turn out to be important. You really like to dig in, don't you? Like a tick. I don't have any out-of-the-ordinary details for you. They're all in the ordinary. How long have you had those red spots on your skin? Never had clear skin, me. It's not a clear skin life over here, although, let me think. Actually, yeah, those spots you're pointing at are brand new. So I'm keeping the reddening as a symptom on your record. This narrows it down to 4 possible diagnoses. The veins in your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs? They're the way from all the time I spend standing up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day, and Olgimsky won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. Okay, so he is... Like the veins are probably unrelated to his diagnosis. Working as a guard can easily cause a mundane case of varicose veins. On the other hand, at least 3 promising diagnoses on the vaccine front can manifest as vein issues. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap your head around my little old me being in the center of this brouhaha. There's a syndrome that fits the description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis? In what quantities? A quantity best described as, God forbid, in my line of work, you must be alert, so my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Are you being honest with me? This is a crucial question, not one to evade. I'm telling you it's not regular. I don't have the habit. Period. I can't in good conscience put my stamp on a diagnosis. I don't have enough information. Not without home inspection or neighbors' testimonies. I'm going to your house, sir. My house? Why on earth, doctor? I can't understand talking to me, feeling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home? Like I'm some bandit? What did I do wrong? Please understand, in order to create a vaccine that can save several hundred people, I must establish what you're suffering from besides the sandpest. Well, not at all what I expected from a man of medicine, going off to break into my house. Imagine that. Where do you live? No, never mind. I'll expect the orderlies took your address along with your name. Let's go break into this man's home. Okay, so wait, do I have his address? I feel like ours is the factory dormitory, which Olgimsky closed off from the public eye. Second patient today, Finch. Came to the hospital on his own. Suspected he had the plague. Okay. So we got 2 of them done. This guy, on the other hand, is not cooperating. Filot's home can have clues to his condition. Okay, we have to go to that part of the plagued area. Well, let's get a move on then. It's already 3:30. The hell? Oh, I have to go through a... I have to go through a bandit area. How the hell do I get through here? They're rioting here. So I have to make sure that we don't spend too much time dawdling. Yeah, that's right. Back up, buddy. Back up, buddy. Okay, this is not... I mean, we get through the rest of the... Whoa! Jesus! God, why does she keep doing this to me? Just the jump scare constantly with her... Brent, stop rioting. We don't need any riots in chat. We have enough riots in the game. Why do you insist on snooping around here? Didn't I make it clear that you'd be devoured? I didn't plan this. You can't walk around town without stumbling upon the plague. Well, I'll give you that. Not like you could just run right through the plague. But in that case, you need to learn the anatomy of an infected district. As usual, an epicenter. You're right. Yes. I remember that we've already had this conversation with her. Plague, miasma, and fog. Focal point of the infection. Somewhere in the district there's a hotbed of bacteria-ridden dirt with a distinctive flower next to it. To get that to study the infection. The closer to the focus of the infection, the more danger there will be. I understand that. Okay. The louder the sound. The closer we are to the focus of the infection, the louder the sound. Where is this place? Is this in here? Okay, we got here without dying. That's good. Good for us. Locked. Locked. Open. Oh, who's this? Filot's neighbor. I just mopped that floor and now you're walking all over it. It took forever to scrub clean, you know. Why is she here? Helps with the atmosphere. Okay, that makes sense, Brent. Yeah, I get that. Look at that devastation. Impressive. How did it even happen? Stop with that clowning, will you? First he's turning the bathroom upside down. But it's our only one for all these apartments. People wash their kids here. They take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. And now there's you with your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Filot's, aren't you? Interesting. Filot is at the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So Filot's at the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. A person getting sick is for the best. Hey, look, don't look away. You said it, not I. Don't you shame me. Too late for that. I've helped him out his whole life with cooking and cleaning and whatnot. He was a loner with no one to take care of him. And it wasn't too much trouble for me. We were neighbors after all. He and my husband had been friends since they were kids. So you know each other well. We drifted apart a little as time went on, but he used to always thank me. And one day it was like, bam, he forgot everything. Never said a word anymore. Scurried past me to his apartment, eyes down, no hello, no goodbye. But he sure showed his this bathroom who's boss. So this sort of a frenzied rage isn't typical of Filat. He'd never trashed anything before and was well behaved. What kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess. At least he didn't punch anyone out. Well, I've interviewed Filat and he said he stays away from alcohol. He didn't drink before, but go ahead and look out that window. The town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Filat trashed this place in a drunken haze. Or is that just what you're assuming? Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom, he was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How about a smart dresser like you know that, eh? Filat vomited, that's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Have you figured out everything you needed? I'd like to finish with the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. Is there anything else you could tell me about Filat? Do you happen to know any diseases he's had in the past? Chronic or acute, whatever you can remember. No, that man was never sick. Strong and tough as a cart horse, and I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That was why they hired him to guard the Ilgimsky meat cannery back in the day. Guarding the meat processing plant is a tough job. It may have been the thing that undermined his health to begin with. If you ask me, Filat may be built for the job, but it's not a job for him. The Termitary needs security to make sure the steppe brutes aren't beating about town, but he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued about whether worms and herb brides were our equals. Some security guard. He argued with me too about whether it's right to keep people locked up in the face of a looming epidemic. About whether people should ever be isolated for their own good. What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart. Anyway, I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Filat got into philosophizing too, and it both destroyed our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Where's Filat's room? I'd like to take a look before I go, after all. It's further down the hallway. Here's the key. I've got work to do. Been breaking my back for half a day here. And whose fault is it? A fool who is also a drunk now, poor soul. Must remember to put hallucinations and vomiting on his record, according to a neighbor. Interesting. Broke the mirror! I wanted to break the mirror. Destroyed the entire bathroom. Filat went on a rampage drunk. Used to be quiet and calm. Delirium tremens after all. The neighbor is sure he got sick from drinking. Did Filat throw up in here? Though he denied alcoholism himself. Oh. Okay, there's like a bunch of food on the table. A kid's doll? Nerves playing tricks is just a doll. Does Filat have children? But the neighbor says he lives alone. What a mess. The food has gone bad. And judging by its appearance last month, who would eat something like this? pauper barely making ends meet? Filat is a guard at the termitary. Filat can't have a salary that he doesn't even have enough food for, food. Okay, so it's not that he's too poor to buy food, then why is this all bad? Something else is going on here. Perhaps Filat is so weak he couldn't even throw out the rotten food. But in the hospital he didn't really complain about anything. He could have been hiding a serious ailment. He was taking some kind of medicine after all, though without the packaging I can't tell what it is. And what's this? A rag left over from an inglorious attempt at cleaning or a compress? Looks like a compress to me. Smells of step herbs. Folk medicine? One thing is clear, Filat was worse off than he told me. It's hard for seriously ill people to maintain their household. By the way, Filat could have additionally harmed himself with rotten food. That's why he was throwing up. The neighbor complained that she had to mop up his vomits. Interesting. I'm inclined to think Filat poisoned himself. Sometimes a diagnosis is hard to make because of such coincidences. And who is this? Where did this kid come from? Same Baina Erdem. Well, this is news. The neighbor told me Filat lived alone. Bishia Garga Bekarnab, you're angry. Shea Yunda Ereb Bishe? I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Erdem, I said. Why have you come? Right, Erdem is what you call scientists, right? I've got nowhere to go. Baig Haldai, don't kick me out, Erdem. You're a kitten burglar, perhaps? Not going back to the Warren. You must be from the termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the termitary. Eda Hamni Hairene. You smell like danger. Boleesh bi Alish. Go your own way. Will you tell me what's in there then? In detail, please. People are there, Katanga. What else do you want? We live there. How did you get past the guards? I'll tell, just let me go. There's a crawl hole out of the Warren. Akai Filat watches it. Help me go around the angry guards. Terra Namaya Abarba. Why didn't you just stay there? Let's see. Akai Filat seems like a savvy fellow himself. How much did he charge you for his help? Medena Oguya. Hara Ogib. What? Akai Filat took in, hid, sheltered, so no one sees. No one returns me to the Warren. Be Kododoho. Bayaria Kargeheb talked quietly. Zilga Nogohon Yaja Shushernib, so no one hears. Your neighbor heard anyway, but don't worry, she thought Filat was out of his mind. If you keep quiet, she won't notice you. Where's Akai Filat? Yu'un Bolahab. How is he? Finally some sensible talk. He's in the hospital, he's ill. I'm a doctor and I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will! Namda Telek Hegia. Iritaib. Akai Filat sickens. I saw it, he sickens. There's something rotten on the table. Did you eat this? Is this what made Filat vomit? Hungry. We needed. Minga Igi. Akai Filat's not rich. Boss Vlad pays the guards so little. Karo was enough for one. Not enough with me. Hard to feed two. Akai Filat walked. Looked for cheap food. They cheated. Sold rottens. Mu'ukinid. Okay, so that's why. Got it. I can understand the difficulty of your situation. Noble deeds come with a cost. This is scary, Erdem. Be-igab. Never thought to eat the rot, even a Kai Fulat forbade. Then his hunger came, crazy-like. Ilesh Kelen. Grabbed everything, gobbled everything. I took away, hid, told him bad, rotten will hurt. He didn't listen, like possessed by some hungry beast. So he was just eating everything. Even if it was bad, he just ate everything. Change in feeding pattern is certainly telling. Never saw a man wolf bad food like that. And a jegte. I found some pills, medicine. What are these? Who is taking them? We don't use these in this step. But bata bekier, a medenguyib, a kaifalat, so that they are so the head doesn't ache. These rags in the bed look like they were used in a compress, to blind something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that? I do. In a hain emneleg. A kaifalat was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him. So he had a fever. And he didn't mention it during the interview. So he had a fever? Sudden hunger? Wow. Filat is much sicker than he claimed to be. These stoic patients can be worse than hypochondriacs sometimes. Terra edegagi? I worry for him. Does Filat drink? Vodka? Wine? Those step herb infusions of yours? At first glance, I can't say a single bottle. Not a drop. Strict on himself. Doesn't allow me neither. Katin Shengi Kato. You're a little young for that, aren't you? So the neighbor was mistaken after all. Perhaps she wanted to be mistaken? Out of spite? The reasons doesn't really matter. What matters is that he wasn't drinking. His vein problems must indeed be from standing up at work, not from drinking. How else can I help? Save a kaifalat. So, mice, headache, fever, hunger, and the vomiting, fatigue, and skin reddening. The veins are ruled out. But what happened in the bathroom? The neighbor says Filat drunkenly. No, he doesn't drink. Urte ekener. He'd eaten bad food, couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess in here, so he went there where he could do it. And there, Jan, water's there, for washing. Akai Filat said water scared him. He has rabies? He's hydrophobic? Heard the dripping, went crazy. Can a man be scared of water, Erdem? Jan is life. Oh my god. Got scared of water for no apparent reason and trashed the bathroom. This is an extremely rare symptom. It should sort it all out. He's a werecat. Brent, you might be onto something here. Yeah, this is an extremely rare symptom. I think he has rabies. Filat's hallucination in the flesh. Hydrophobia put everything into place. Return to the hospital and talk to Filat again or make the diagnosis now. I can make the diagnosis now, but I don't know how to do that from this screen. Fill the case book. Oh, I've got a case book right here. Got it. Where is hydrophobia? There it is. Hydrophobia, skin redness. Okay, anemic vasculopathy. There's only two things that have hydrophobia. Anemic vasculopathy and neuropathia epidemica. Disease caused by a group of viruses varying with the epidemic focus. Humans contract the virus from animals in their waste. The disease begins by acutely with fever, rapid heartbeat, nausea, and or vomiting, accompanied by a headache and photophobia. After 3 days, a rash appears on the skin and facial flushing becomes evident. The disease causes internal bleeding, leading to patient's death. Yep. Sounds about right. Headache, bulimia, hydrophobia, chest pain. Sounds correct to me. Diagnostic results. All today's diagnoses are set. The results will be delivered directly to me in the afternoon, I think is what it said. Okay, got it. So we just did that. Fill out diagnosed. Well, so now we just cross our fingers that we got the diagnoses correct for all 3 of them. We have so much other stuff to do. We have to go talk to Bad Grief. Apparently I have to go speak to Lara. Lara's in the middle of a diseased district? Plague district? Really? Artemy Barak said to look out for the children. So I have to go to the children. They're actually right here, so might as well just go do that next. And I can go talk to Lara. There's rioting in this district of town, but should be fine. I have to get out of here without dying. That's gonna be really hard to do. Well, what is it, Doctor? Does he feel like doing badly? Drunk himself to death's door, didn't he? I've already made my diagnosis. The rest is none of your concern, but do be so kind as to get yourself checked for the sandpest as well. The moment I heard he was talking to himself all night long, I knew right away. I'd never see my old neighbor again. Such a horrifying sign. And that's where you're mistaken. Filat isn't suffering from insanity. He wasn't conversing with voices in his head. He was talking to a boy from the termitary. From the termitary? You mean he brought one of those little beasts into our house? I thought you ought to know. Good day to you. The boy has a difficult situation of his own. Actually, you probably want to play this.
I don't want to hear this.
Okay. Now we run for our lives through the plagued area. So how do we get out of here? Forward, right, and then forward. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't even want to mess with that thing. We're just not going to mess with that thing at all. We have no more charges though, so if we run into that again, we're basically dead. Routine. Were my diagnoses correct? I'll find out very soon. The reports will be delivered to the Stillwater this evening. 6 o'clock. It's already 6 p.m. So we're definitely gonna have to do this day again. There's just no way for us to actually, like, do everything and to get all the diagnoses in at the same time. So they're all gonna... Wait, what? What's going on here? They must think it's funny. Think. It's impossible to come up with that by thinking. I'm positive they didn't use their thinking at all. And how am I supposed to set my watch? I always check it against the tower. Hey, mister, do you know about the clocks? Did they board them all up? Yes, all the clocks in town, by decree of the emergency command. Well, ain't they smart up there? Go shuck their mamas. Watch your mouth, there's a kid here. What? I ain't saying nothing dirty, just sharing my thoughts on these sons of biscuits. I don't get it, all that iron wasted. On this, couldn't they put it to a better use? Damn right. I'll have a few words with the guy in charge. Mother of pearl. Took perfectly good metal and shucked it all up. Now it's just rusting away, it makes my eyes hurt. If the decree was issued, there must have been a good reason. They're all idiots up at the town hall, high and mighty pencil pushers. They don't know a thing about life out here. They never step foot in the street, afraid to catch a cold in all that fresh air. Mom, can we go now? Stop whining. I'm all out of patience. Why is everyone yelling? Is it because the butterflies ate the time? Where do you get such nonsense? No one ate the time. They just took the clocks away, that's all. You know what they say, out of the mouths of babes. Kids say the dumbest things. That's basically what I think, so there you go. How do I get to the children, by the way? Down this way. To go look after the children. Did Bear send you? Bear said a grown-up would come and play with us while he's away. Bear? That's what you call him. What kind of nickname is that? It's not a nickname. Bear really is a bear.
What?
What's your name, mister? Daniil Denkovsky. What a stupid name. Say, Shrew, does he look like a Daniil Denkovsky? Not at all. I'd say you're more of a Babe Bullet. Suits you perfectly. Or a Thorn Apple. Which do you like more, mister? Babelette or Thornapple? Thornapple. That means you're a Babelette for certain. Babelettes are always choosing the wrong names for themselves. You're just jealous because he picked my name over yours. Brock, Bear said there were 3 of you. Where's the 3rd child? It's not our fault, honest. Oh god. Say, mister, have you ever seen a door disappear? Like, you walk through the door and then there's no door? No, not ever. Told you he's gonna punish us. Too grumpy, even though it's not our fault anyway. We were playing hide and seek, and then there was this door, and Murky, and then the door, slam, and it was just the wall there. And we had nothing to do with it. We were just standing here touching the wall. Okay, wait, take a breath. Explain from the beginning, please. What door are you talking about? I told you the door is right here. It just appeared in the wall. Murky went through it, and as soon as it closed, slam! Gone. No more door. Just this wall. Bear's gonna be upset. He's gonna be so upset. Please, mister, don't tell Bear we lost Murky. I swear we asked her not to go in. But she said they were calling her, and she went in anyway. Door. Right here, in this wall. Showed up. Vanished. Am I understanding correctly? What a stupid old man you are. We told you we were playing hide and seek. A door appeared and then vanished, and Murky was here, and then she vanished too. Murky, where are you? Yell with us, mister. We're big. You're big, so you've got a bigger voice than we do. It'll reach further. Okay, I'm gonna yell with them. Murky, where are you? Murky, answer me. Oh, you can really scream, mister. I think I'm deaf now. I have an idea. Let's look outside the house for her. The door is right here inside the house. So, we'll go this way. You'll go the other way. We won't miss anything like that. It's foolproof. What? I can't hear you. I think I've gotten deaf in both ears from his screaming. Very funny, boy. Do you know how doctors cure deafness? By putting a leech inside your ear. Would you like me to cure it? No. I'm better already, thank you. I am perfectly healthy and ready to go look for Murky. So let's get started searching the house. Please? No, stop. Please. Stay right where you are and don't move. I don't want any more lost kids on my hands. I'll look around the house myself, so you two stay put.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Alright, I want to make sure that we finish the quests. Because only the quests you 100% complete carry over from day to day. So, we are tracking down Murky. That went into a door that was in a wall and then disappeared. And then we'll carry that over to the next day. So I feel like these 3, the diagnoses are correct. I'm hoping that when I go back to the Stillwater, that we'll get the vaccine for the day, and then everything's going to be fine for that. Carry that over into like a replay of the day, because then we're going to have to start over again and do all the rest of this stuff. The visions, the talking to Lara. We actually didn't get to a whole lot today. Just the vaccination. Which, of the things, probably the most important, but we'll see. What am I supposed to do? Either one of the children has disappeared or I've been lured into a stupid game. I need to search around the house where doors appear and vanish. Search around the house where doors appear and vanish. So they said that a door appeared here. And then disappeared. Hey, you. Laughing. I heard it laughing. I've never heard such a thing before. Have you seen a child around here, a little girl? I have. Some kids were playing over on the playground recently, and there were a few girls among them. No, I know those ones. A little girl went missing somewhere nearby. I'm looking for her. I can't help you. I'm nearsighted, so all kids look the same to me. I don't even see faces, just blurry blobs. And I can't stand the little brats anyway. They call me Mole-Eye. Children are the living flowers of the earth. Indeed. And sometimes you just want to feed them to the cows. You mentioned you heard something? What are you talking about? I walked past the water tower and I heard someone laughing, but there was absolutely no one around. It spooked me out of my wits. I'm not getting back there again today. Where's the tower? It's just west of here, right behind that house. Thank you. Okay. Well, I heard the laughing. That's, very creepy, but, yeah. Yeah? Well, she's up there.
Nobody ever did give me a pony after all.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Murky. Maybe next time. You're so small, really tiny. Where have you been? Your friends have been looking everywhere for you. I got lost and I found myself again. I said hi, I look far. I can see everything from up here. Your friends told me you went through a door, and then it vanished behind you. I followed the music and ended up in a room. A moth was there. When I saw it, it spoke to me. A moth spoke to you. You don't really expect me to believe that, do you? Ha! You're so silly. Moths can't speak. Grandpa spoke to me. The moth was just there. Grandpa asked what I wanted. I said I wanted to see the edge of the world. He said, alright, but it's really high up. Are you ready? I said, yes. And he said if I got scared, a man would come and carry me back down. What did this grandpa tell you? He asked what I wanted. I said I wanted to see the edge of the world. Okay. Talking to you is about as useful as talking to the water tower. What kind of stupid trick is this? Trick is such a funny word. It sounds like pebbles falling. Trick, 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 trick. Help me get down, mister. I don't want to fall like a pebble. God. Why is she like this? Just be careful. Let's see. So I can either try to, like... I can say I'm afraid of heights. I can leave her to her own devices. Or I could have her try to get down herself. And she got down by herself. Okay, so we just did that. And then she's on the ground now. I don't seriously consider the supernatural explanation of Murky's disappearance, do I? I need to tell the children their friend has been found. She's a unique one, gotta say. So she just climbed up there by herself, or what? No, her grandpa helped her up there. The grandpa, that she spoke to. With the moth. In the room behind the door that disappeared. There's more of them. Mister, hey mister, I've got a letter for you. Bear told me to make sure I delivered it to you personally. Why are you breathing so heavily? Are you feeling unwell? I'm out of breath because Bear promised I'd get a coin if it ran quick enough. I don't have any coins to spare. But Bear said you're not stingy. He also said you'd got a coin, so he lied twice. Hey mister, at least give me some tobacco then, will ya? I've got nothing for you. Wow, get a load of this. I'm growing up with no money and no tobacco. And you don't even look like a beggar. Here, take your stupid letter. You wanted tobacco, but I don't have any tobacco because I don't smoke. Thanks, boy. Wish you all the best, and wish some sense into that head of yours even more. Wow, and then I'm just super manic, apparently. It was like the worst response I could possibly give to him. We got the note from the Haruspecs.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Alright, what do we get? Note from Haruspecs. Barack reports he found the test subject for me, but there are issues. He's waiting for me in a hidden place in the Tanners. Does that mean I'm done with the kids? Yes. I'm done with the kids. There are some issues. What does he mean there's some issues? Why does nobody actually just say what they mean? They ought to be so circumspect about everything. Is he in a... He's in a building? Oh. Oh, I see.
Mesoslimic.
Greetings, physician. Sorry I had to call you out here. You certainly picked a cozy spot for our rendezvous. Trying to get inside the termitary, but it's... me, we men. I've never seen that much security. If you couldn't get into the termitary, who have you brought with you? His name is Kanjer. He happened to be outside on the day the termitary was locked down, but his family was left inside. I found him in the abattoir. You went to the abattoir? Really? He's ill, Imshen, and he's agreed to help you research, but on one condition. What's the condition? You will kill him. I'm looking for death, Imshen. What do you prefer? Hanging or decapitation? What are you rambling on about? Give me death, quick and painless. Do you have any poison with you? Why do you want to die? I am a Gansard Mal Emshen. All my family, my wife and children, they all went underground with the sand plague. I'm Evche too. I've been Evche for 2 days now. Bato should have embraced me 2 days ago, but she took my loved ones and left me a Gansard Mal Emshen. If you want to kill yourself, there are plenty of ways to do it. Why do you need me? I can't. Killing yourself is Koryotoi. Bato will punish me with blindness. Everyone knows it. If you take your own Amdral, Bato takes your eyes out. And if you have no eyes, if I have no eyes when I'm underground, I can't see my loved ones again. What a day. Nobody would tell me would believe if I told them. Is that why you called me out on this alleyway of all places, so I could kill you without any witnesses? No, I don't go to the other parts of town. That's Bad Graves territory. I don't want his people to see me. Why is that? That's none of your business. I'm not prying into your set gel. Don't you pry into mine. You're asking me to become your murderer. Before I make that decision, I need to understand who you are and what's at stake. Have the courage to be honest at the end. Karal Eid. 2 days ago, my children and I fell Evche Bek. I wanted to escape the town. People said Takal had come back. So I took my family to the termitary, told them to Kule, and then I went to the warehouses and took money out of a cache. Grief's money. I stole from him to save my family, Emshin. Let me guess. When you returned with the money, the termitary had been sealed off and your plan fell apart. I wanted to cool the guards. The guards took the money, but I never ijnei my family again. I saw their bodies in a pile of bodies, kolohos. I see. I sympathize with you, Kanjur. Let's say we have a deal. Describe your symptoms to me, please. How do you feel? My Tolgoi hurts, and there's a bitter taste in my mouth. It hurts to urinate, and when I do, it is the color of earth. And everything around me looks yellow. Sounds like liver failure. I'll need to take a sample. Take my life, Emshin. Then take anything else you want. I'm afraid I don't have the necessary drugs to give you a peaceful death. I have some on me, physician. Take them. What have you dragged me into? So now we have to kill the guy. The survivor. Barak brought a patient from the abattoir, not the termitary. All the more interesting, only he's too stubborn. The doomed patient begs me to end his suffering. When I perform euthanasia, Barak will obtain an organ for research. So what did he give me? White whip toxin. A rough and unpleasant herb that contains deadly poison, can paralyze and cause lethargy. Works as a sedative in mixtures. While lethal to the healthy, this compound may grant a terminally ill patient a peaceful passing. He also gave me some bromide. Well, that killed the hell out of that guy. The patient died in agony because of me. He's dead as hell.
The town's pulse is calling. I can hear it.
My hand slipped. That happens.
This
Whoopsie.
calls for a surgeon's precision. Step aside.
We got such a horrible fate. My job is to examine the tissue sample in the analyzer. So I have to go back and examine. Unfortunately, he did not pass quite as quietly as we would have liked, but that's fine. We also lost some time because of that. Not good. I need all the time I can get.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Okay, what's the plan? We have to go back to the Stillwater. There are points of interest left unexplored. True, yes. Yes. Okay, so let's see. We're out of charges, which means getting through plague districts is going to be much harder. Getting to Lara is going to be very difficult. Probably want to go straight back. We could also go down to the cemetery, I suppose, although I'm guessing that that's going to be quite a bit of extra work and time. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go examine this liver that I just got. What's going on over here? These kids kill somebody? What's going on? Let's hurry, get out of here. Please, before someone comes and sees us. Too late for that. You see his eyes? They're just like marbles now, they are. Are they supposed to look like that? Hey, poke him with a stick. What if he's just faking it? Trying to fool us, eh? Not gonna work. Let me throw my doctor. If he can still be helped, Hold on, no, there's nothing I can do. The boy is dead. Dead? This is definitely no fakery. What happened here? An accident or... Dead. Dead. They started it. They came after us. They snatched Khan away. What were we supposed to do? We're defending ourselves. Anyone else in our place would have defended themselves too, right? Is this your doing? So what if it is? We've got every right to protect ourselves. They set up ambushes and throw us in cages. Do they think they're better than us? Stronger than us? Now who's stronger? It wasn't us. It wasn't me. All I did was shoo his cat. It was sitting on him and hissing, and I got scared it was going to pounce, and... Oh, put a sock in it. You're not going to get off the hook like that. They think their souls live inside those animals, they do. So if you shoot his cat, that means you ripped his soul right out of his body. Finished him off is what you did. Someone just died. A child has died. He's got eyes like glass marbles. Is that because he's dead? What you mumbling about, Agnes? You like marbles, right? You want me to take him out of his eye sockets for you? They'll make nice souvenirs. Hey, don't! There's a wound on the back of his head. Did he slip and fall, or was he attacked from behind? Why do you even care, mister? Go on, get on your way. Or else a bird with a stone beak might peck you on the back of your head too. You never know. Do you think Khan would approve of this? Khan volunteered to be locked in a cage to avoid bloodshed. And look what you've done. He's right! Khan won't like it if he finds out a soul and a half died and his soul turned into a cat and ran away. Go away, mister. You say you're a doctor? Nothing for you here, then. No one to doctor no more. Pack only ambushes its prey when it's weak and isolated. You might wear dog masks, but you act like hyenas. They killed a kid!
Boiling, crackling, screeching.
Not good. Let's go find out if our diagnoses are all correct.
I could use some
I'm
quiet.
guessing that we're probably right. It's the first day that we get diagnoses right, so they're not going to make them overly difficult for us.
In every shard, a new me.
Orderly number 33 reporting to the emergency command. That is to say, I'm reporting for duty. I am number 33. What news from the hospital, 33? I have brought the treatment results for those unfortunate souls you examined today. Luta, Finch, and one more. I've forgotten the third. What's wrong with me? But you have everything in the papers. We'll be living papers like this every morning. Evening. Reports, charts, posthumous notes. What's this business about posthumous notes? I'm certain my patients were supposed to survive. Perhaps I mixed things up. Perhaps they're letters of gratitude. You'd better take a look yourself. Who knows how tangled my thoughts got under this mask? That's why we keep written documentation, Doctor. Don't go too far. I'm certain we'll have a vaccine. Weak, crude, the first of its kind. But it will save people, not kill them. You'll be tasked with spreading the word of it, I hope. Diagnostic successful. Oh, all diagnoses were correct. The town will get an effective treatment for today. Good decree idea. Experimental vaccine day 4. Gotta go do that. Quick. Also, I need to get this guy out of the way because he's standing in front of my thing. I need to loot that so I can reload my prototype. Analyze the liver. A pointless sacrifice. Dead tissue contains no microbial culture. The pathogen dies with its host. A dead sample is useless. Need to go further. This is an interesting sample, but the sand plague left it after death. We need living tissue. Oh god. How do we get, like, living tissue? A working proto-vaccine is prepared. Another day for the town was snatched from the clutches of the plague. We have several things that we have not yet done. Okay, so that was not useless.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
The guy suffered when he died, and I'm sad for that, but still. Not a whole lot that we can do about that. Let's go talk to Georgie. Let's see how he's doing. Good old Georgie. Let's swing by the cathedral, too. Let's get some more time. Really good crank. Colored glass, tobacco, a bullet. 6 costs. We've got, what is this? 4? We got 8 total costs. One cost. 6 costs. 2 costs. Each match is 2? Each match costs 2? What? Hey, Abdullah. How's it going? How are you tonight? Cost 2. I thought it was for the stack. Hello. What's going on here?
An umbilical cord connects the Earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
Bachelor, you arrive at a most opportune moment. Would you mind helping me to resolve a matter of some complexity, so to speak? Please hear the accusation and lend your mind to the weighing of a verdict. To be honest, Your Honor, I came to speak about Simon. Let's see. I have no experience with legal matters. Experience is a rather relative thing. You seek to understand Simon, do you not? If so, it will be instructive for you to put yourself in his place. Simon was particularly interested in trials where law came into conflict with justice. Very well, I'm ready. Excellent, then let us proceed. Look upon this young man. By the letter of the law, his fate is the gallows. What did he do? He killed his old man. Slit his throat with a knife. Why did you do this? Wasn't his real father. Ever say the man picked the boy up off the street about 3 years back, took pity on the beggar, fed him, and taught him carpentry. But the boy turned out wild, climbing through neighbors' windows, stealing shiny things like a damn magpie, dragging his loot home. The father tried raising him with words with the rod, but it didn't work. Yesterday, the whole thing ended with a knife to the throat. Poor bastard. Why did you steal from your neighbors, boy? He won't answer. Seems he's mute. Don't talk at all. You see, Bachelor, once again you depart from law and turn toward nuance. Think about why you were doing so. Is it compassion that guides you, or do you wish to ease your conscience? Acting strictly according to the law would be too cruel, would it not? Who cares why you stole? Theft's a crime. People got to be judged by their deeds, not by your guesses. To pass judgment, one needs to see the whole picture. What, you feel sorry for the little savage? What about the man? Don't you feel sorry for him? Let this one go, and tomorrow he'll climb through another window and slit someone else's throat. It'll be on you. You. Why are you so certain that he is the murderer? The whole damn street heard it. They heard the screams. The man was yelling, saying how dare he speak to him like that. Then there was a crash. The whole flat was turned upside down. So they fought. Think, will ya? What kind of stupid questions are these? Of course they fought. And in your view, this frail youth could fight an adult man on equal terms? He's wild. You just seen how savages fight? Think, Bachelor, but about yourself, not the case. You probe the accusation for weakness, but why? I want you to look at yourself from the outside and answer this question. What is driving you now? A thirst for justice or compassion? Oh, this is a good one. Both of these are kind of like this. The first one is definitely what I think about when I think Daniil Dankowski. The second one is more like what I want to say. Interesting. I need to see the whole picture. It was regrettable. I had expected you to grasp Simon's way of thinking more swiftly. Simon said that compassion is a double-edged sword, and without it, human guilt cannot be weighed. Interesting. So we're like, alright, got it. We're supposed to be putting ourselves in Simon's shoes. What do you think Simon would have done? That was his gift. He could see beyond dilemmas and paradoxes, reconciling compassion with law. When faced with two resolutions, he was able to choose both. He believed that if you weigh another's fate, you can only use the scales of your own conscience. Hey, hold on. You mean to let the little imp go? What kind of conscience is that, letting a crime go without punishment? The boy is guilty of theft, that much I understand, is proven. The other charges are shaky. Well, look at this. Shaky, he says. We hauled in a wagon full of evidence, and it's shaky to him. Question the neighbors again, find out who else might have been in the house that day. The boy is not the murderer. Thank you, Bachelor. I shall take your observations into account when I render judgment upon the boy's fate. As for your own fate, you are not yet prepared to understand Simon, or to think as he did, but I see that you are trying. Return the day after tomorrow. Another dilemma awaits. Interesting. Got it. Okay, so you're like, I don't know why we need to prove ourselves worthy of Simon, but I feel like we've maybe moved this forward a bit. He did tell us to come back later. This is day 4. He told us to come back on day 6, which is beyond when the game ended previously. The game ended on day 6, so we'll see if that actually happens. I'll be there, I promise. Simon's lessons. Bad grief is dead. Simon either didn't choose at all, or somehow chose both opposing options. I don't want bad grief to die, so we're gonna have to, like, figure out a way to save him. We still have to figure out what is happening with Grace. So we have one thing, I think, to resolve, possibly. So we do have to do the day again, but only once, it seems like. We have to save Bad Grief, and we have to figure out why Grace says that there's a man buried alive in the cemetery.
This is it.
Okay. I think we're done with the day. I spent most of my day just trying to figure out the diagnoses for those people. And I'm getting the suspicion that I'm going to be doing that every day. Every day is going to be like, diagnose people, maybe do one thing, and then go into everything else. Let's see if we can find Eva. What is she up to? She's here with Grace still. Okay, got it. There's a clock at the bottom of this pool? Interesting. Okay, let's... Day 4 decree. Exchange fuel for medicine. So we can add more medicaments, but we're not out of medicaments yet. Encouragements. Decorate the town with colorful lanterns. Experimental vaccine, day 4. Minus 145 contagion. I feel like we have to do the stopping time. It has the least amount of contagion, but we also lose a bunch of unrest. Oh boy, that's going to be really tough. Experimental vaccine day 5? Or day 4? We can't let the dotted red line pass the solid red line. That is, you lose. Okay. Decree's done. Let's redo the day. I have to redo day 4. At least one more time. Okay. Bad Grief may have deserved censure or even death, but he did not, or even trial, but he did not deserve a death. So we do not want Bad Grief to die. We have to go and intervene there. On my 4th day in town, the kin buried Reuben alive in a coffin. Oh, so now we know who's in the coffin. It's Reuben. Stack Reuben. Why is he there? Revenge of the Odonga. The kin is angry with Reuben over something. So we have to fix that. The game spoiled itself. Now we know who it was and why it happened. That's Stack Reuben has been buried alive in the graveyard by the kin for something that he did. We know that we need living tissue. Sand plague leaves dead tissue. Right, so that guy died, but he did not die for nothing. Let's save Bad Grief. Let's save Stack. There's all kinds of stuff to do here. I wish the new theater season begins. What? That's different than it was before.
Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
So wait, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. Like a marmot. If I try to flee, I'll be caught and caged like a rat. Or was there still a way? There's not a way. I'm not going to even pursue that, I don't think. Bad Grief's life is in danger. We have to save him. We still have to talk to Grace about the person that's buried alive.
They lived happily ever after, and
what can I do for you,
horribly ever
Clara?
before.
Of course, I'm listening. Thank you for being so eager to help. I was told the plumbing system had been destroyed. Where do you get your water? I'll arrange for you to get some supplies. Where do you get the water from? So the water carriers gather at your place. I have to go see her. I have to go visit her at some point today because that will be very critical for me to actually like get the water back up and running. If we can get water carriers committed to bringing the water back into the town, then that will at least provide some extra time for us.
The gravediggers have scattered.
Simon taught me how to read.
Okay, so we know that there is a person buried alive in the cemetery. Who could conceive of such a twisted punishment? We have to hurry him, rescue him. How does it work? Does he know where we should be looking for him? I'll start searching at the cemetery. I'm going frickin' crazy, man. Going insane.
I'd rather not hear this.
Okay, well that was nice. Still pretty insane, but not as insane as we were going. Alright, so we have to get to... Gosh, a few places. Grace's Vision. We have to go to Lara's place. We have to go to Bad Grief's place. We gotta go to the graveyard. Check on Stack. We have to check on all 3 of his buddies today, apparently. Okay. Bad Grief. Hey, what's up? You! The hell are you skulking around here for? Who do you run with? Not one of Bad Grief's boys, are you? You don't look it. Keep walking, pal. This is me telling you nicely. I don't got time to count your bones. What did Bad Grief do to you? Why are you breaking into his place? That bastard killed Simon and thinks he got away clean. The hell you have, Grief? Do you hear me, you son of a bitch? You're getting what's coming to you for Simon. What makes you think Bad Grief killed Simon? Do you have any evidence? Who else? Who else could have killed him? Huh? Come on, use that big city brain of yours. Technically anyone, even you two. The hell's he talking about now, Vit? Says we killed Simon. Ha! My man's a comedian. Bad Grief's a killer. Sure as a heart attack. Everybody knows that Grief's business is stashing goods in railway cars. Someone was mighty twisted about it, so Bad Grief killed him. Get it? It all adds up. Simon disapproved of smuggling. In my experience, operations like these never run without tacit endorsement from those in power. Huh? Is he slandering Simon? You running your shameless flea mouth? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna drop you for that. I think you misunderstood me. I meant Simon was right, and you're right too. I'm leaving. Far be it for me to get in the way. Do you reckon he's lying, Vit? Saving his skin? So what if he is? It means he gets it. He knows to stay out of things. Let him go. Really? Hey, what's up? Go on in. Yeah, you want something? You want something? Hey, what's up? Okay. Thief has no stone wall. Several thugs are breaking into Bad Grief's lair and they'll break down the doors soon. Unlikely they just forgot their keys. The danger to Bad Grief is eliminated. Now all I need from him is the truth. Who the hell are you now? I'm Daniel Dankowski. You say that as if we should know you. Sorry, pal. First time I heard your name. It's alright, pal. Who are you people, by the way? Us? We work with Bad Grief. So he's not alone out here, then? Why are you trembling in the corner like field mice? There are 2 of you and 2 of them. What's the problem? We're not fighters, we're just businessmen. We don't have nothing to fight with, neither. No weapons. Businessmen. I know what kind of business you do, and I don't buy your disinclination for violence. But very well, where's Bad Grief? There he is. He's got a hole in his side, but he'll live, I think. I'm a doctor. If he's wounded, I can help. Really? You know what those guys are, you? They got it into their heads Grief bumped off Simon. The half-wits flew right off the handle. Just ask Grief if he'll see me. You hear that, Grief? There's some guy here, says he's a doctor and can help. Huh? Come on in, doctor. So he's conscious, that's something at least. The hell is this? Resembles a neurological tool for a really big patient. Why does he have that? Grief is just lying on the ground. Loot. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, he looks pretty bad.
This month's train was loaded. Top shelf products.
Dankowski. Mother always told me to stay away from ticks, tricks, and doctors. I didn't listen, of course. Those goons clear off? They're not going to bother you anymore. Wait, how'd you chase them away? They damn near broke my door down. A revolver is the best premise in any logical argument. Wait, you really... Well, well, your brain's a pal, but a bullet's your brother. What did they want? It was because of the railway raid, am I right? I was just trying to help. How was I supposed to know the patrolman would sweep the cars? It had nothing to do with the railway raid. Those men thought you killed Simon. Well, without him, the town's flipped its lid. People are letting go of their final marble. What's your theory? Who do you think killed Simon? None of our townsfolk would lay a finger on Simon. That's a cast-iron fact. Here, I'll bet you the gold in my teeth it was that out-of-town vixen. The broad with the mean face. Have you seen her? Arrived on the same train as you. Mean face? That description fits about half the town's population. Could you be a little bit more specific? Well, she's in capital dress. This is the same person that Maria was talking about earlier. Like, on, last week. Look, she looks at you like you're a knot in the woodwork that needs smoothing down. I saw her when I was hanging by the station. My people say she pops up like a rash all over town. One day loitering at the Crucible, the next at Samuelton's pub. Ferreting out morsels about Simon wherever she goes. I'm confused about your hypothesis. If she killed him, why would she be ferreting out morsels about him? You, Dankowski, are worse than a pickled watermelon. Come on, use your head. She was after something of Simon's. She offed him, but didn't get what she was looking for. Now she's circling the town like a vulture, trying to find out where Simon hid whatever it is. What is this mysterious item Simon was killed for? Do you know anything about it? You know what they say. If I could see the cars that have a house by the sea. I got no clue what it is. But I'll tell you one for free. Simon was the only thing holding this town together. He's our pillar, and when that pillar fell, the plague crashed down on us. Think that's a coincidence? Might as well say snow is winter's and winter's a coincidence. Either way, an out-of-town woman asking about Simon is interesting. I suppose I ought to track her down. Am I just gonna leave him on the ground like this? We're just gonna leave him on the ground? Like, alright, fine. Sounds good. Sure. Locals are frightened by a lady from the capital. She's investigating the town's oddities and may know more about Simon. She was seen at the pub. Simon was revered as a saint. No one in the town could kill him. Could have killed him. Bad Grief thinks it's an outside job. Well, let's go check out this lady. She's at the pub.
Keep quiet in the library.
Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why don't you guys just relax? I've got a gun. I still have a gun. You just saw me pull it on you. The crude sprawl. So there's only 2 infected districts at this point. Interesting.
The town
This,
dribbles.
by the way, is where Artemy makes his house in game number 2. Gun is not even loaded? You can point it at them without it being loaded and have the same effect, yes. I happen to have 3 bullets. But you don't need bullets to intimidate people. Hey, Quack. How are things?
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Potential outbreak. Yesterday the plague nearly got inside the pub. I decided to make sure everything's fine now. What is this? Note from the horror specs. Charred correspondence. Ag cannot burn anymore. You are, as always, pursuing lay, but you are looking in the wrong place. An amazing paradox indeed. What you seek is not ahead of you. I'm to leave this woman alone. Focus on bringing it to life. You hardly need my advice on blank. Like a whole bunch of just random stuff. And it's not a whole lot you can get from a burned letter, but still. Hoping for your Friday to be over quickly. Got it. Well, I hope it's over quickly. Do you know those Stamerton staircases? The ones that lead nowhere? I went up one this morning, and there was a door there, all carved like. An interior door. No door jamb, just standing right there at the very top. And did you open it? I did. Wasn't no easy feat either. Did you go through? I did. I totally did, I tell you. Where'd you go? Right here, that's where. Nice, but a different question. Go on, I'll tell you the truth from my heart. They say there's a scary lady walking around, dressed in capital fashion. Asking about your Simon. Have you seen her? I have, right here too. She was setting the pub on fire. So did she succeed? Let me guess. Now they tell me the pub is burned down, this very pub where we're talking. No, silly, or just a bit? Well, she did burn something. On the letter. So what did she burn if it was not the pub? Who knows? Some kind of papers. Blackmail material, probably? These furnaces of ours, they're not for that usually. They don't burn. The pub's made in an old underground workshop. They were here since those times. Curious. Very curious. Thank you, friend. Here, drink to my health. Is this Stamerton?
Why does everyone come to gawk at me?
Because you're so handsome. Dankovsky, you're the view from up here is to die for. They say some damsel from the capital is frequenting your bar now. Ah, I didn't call this filthy cellar the Broken Heart for nothing, did I? Dankovsky and his damsels from the capital. What is a pair of pretty thighs the only thing that can lure you to the ends of the earth? I was told she might have something to do with Simon's murder. Oh, look at this. The plot tightens. Dankovsky has lost his heart to a belle who's killed Simon Kane himself. Please stop. This was a serious question. I know, but you're so funny when you get mad. I can't deny myself the pleasure. Look at you, you're blushing. Just tell me, have you seen her or not? I'd remember someone from the capital. If she was here, then I must have missed her. But it's not like I stick here all day. I'm a busy man. Ask the bartender. I will, thank you. Mystery of identity. No one here stands out from the provincial drunkards. I'll try questioning the staff and the other patrons. I found scraps of correspondence among the ashes. With a bit of imagination, one can read anything into them. Well, I can talk to him again. Drink with me, Teneg. Remember Golgoy Ken. Who is Golgoy? Yes, I see. Have you seen a woman with a wicked face here? I'm Shagtai Eghener is not a woman. She's a steppe man-eater. A Shabnak Adig. When you see her, you don't see nothing after that. Ever. Have you heard her introduce herself by any chance? I'd like to know her name, I mean. You're deaf, Teneg Daigi Kain. Shabnak Adig is her name. Beshamda Batabe Kirkelaneb. It'll be funny if she actually turns out to be the Shabnak. Hello. Everyone gets a drink on the house today. What's the reason for this sudden generosity? As if you couldn't guess. Your deeds are the legend in these parts. You've saved Andre, saved our pub. You get 2. Didn't save Kulan. Kulan, oh, the other dancer. Kulan will help others. Her blood will become part of the vaccine that saves the town. Or it doesn't, and then no one will survive, probably. Beshamda Kelaneb. Bide Kiniid Beshebdi. Karin Bide Bodoto por Kulan. I'm interested in one of your customers. She wears clothes in the capital fashion, and she asked about Simon. Oh, I remember her. She played chess at that table over there with one of the locals. I noticed her at once because, you know, she looks like her every step is a capture en passant. You've been struck by her charms, haven't you? You could say that. That's what my mother was like. Cold, authoritative, beautiful. Sorry, I got carried away. No, go on. I'm interested. Looks like this woman is good at making impressions. There's a word. Pedigree. That's her. And her every gesture. I wanted to come over and get acquainted, but I didn't dare in the end. I would take a step, and then I'd think she was out of my league, but I'll be certain to come over next time. Doesn't hurt to try, does it? I was told she had a wicked face. Who said that? Nonsense. A concentrated, thoughtful face, but not wicked. Maybe you've heard her name. Alas, no. It was noisy. She was sitting pretty far. I've heard her voice. A little hoarse like that. But I didn't get the words. Are you sure we're talking about the same woman? I am. There's never been another like her in this den. She makes my skin crawl. How can this be? Everyone has seen her, but no one can tell me anything of use. No one even knows her name. She's good at keeping secrets and knows the value of words. You can see that at once. By her look, by her walk. Sounds nice, but this won't help me find her.
Why would it matter?
Potential adversary. The capital lady does visit the pub at night, but she arrived in town only after Simon's death. Unlikely she's the killer. Did she come here on her own, or was she sent by someone? Is she after Simon or me? I can't track her down yet, but I'll keep my ears open. So there's a potential... Like, there's another person here from the capital to do who knows what. She's been asking about Simon. Interesting. Wait, you're Eva's lodger, aren't you? I haven't seen Eva here for a while now. She used to visit every day, but now she avoids this place. What's happened? As a doctor, I would advise you to stay home as well. There's a quarantine in town, and it's been invoked due to an epidemic on a scale never before seen. If you say so. I do miss our conversations, though. She's an incredible person. It's like she lives among us by day, but by night, she goes off to sleep on a cloud. And there's a cloud tangled in her hair, like a feather. That's why she has that look. Sometimes the mistresses of the town lack some of her qualities. I mean the white mistresses, of course. Are there other ones? Of course there are. The scarlet mistresses. The dark ones. Haven't you heard about the late Nina Kaina? She was 3 yards tall, maybe 4. She could bend a candle flame with her gaze. I don't understand. What does a mistress's height have to do with her color? Oh, no use explaining that. You need to live here to spread your roots through the town. That's when you'll understand. Tell me, have you met any other interesting ladies to talk to in these days? They say there was a guest from the capital here. I have. We talked, and then she left. Everyone leaves this place. She mentioned when she was going to return here. No. To tell the truth, this place seemed pretty depressing to her. I explained there used to be a workshop here, that even the furnaces remained. She was interested. Did she ask about Simon King? She didn't ask. I think the Stamanton brothers are of more interest to her, their polyhedron especially. She talked a lot about it. Then, she suddenly asked if I had any matches. What for? I don't know. Well, she definitely wanted to burn something. Thank you, you're of great help. Appreciate that. I have other places to be. Other places to be.
Tired of this noise.
Let's go to the graveyard. So I've already finished that. That whole thing is done. With Bad Grief. Saved Bad Grief's life. Learned about the mysterious figure. We don't know what she's after. We don't know anything about her. But we know that she's in town. We know what she's up to. Kind of. Okay, let's go to the graveyard. I have 11 matches. What am I supposed to oh. Like, oh, there's a bunch of crows here. This looks particularly interesting. Isidore has found peace. So that's Isidore's grave. Dig? I mean, it's gonna be the one with the bell ringing, right? We don't want to just dig wherever. Well, some books on top of this grave? Can we just steal some stuff? There's a lot here. Okay, we gotta go dig it up. That seems like the only place we can actually interact, so... It's over by the crows anyway. I'm sure that's where, like, the clue is for us. Second attempt. Ruben suffocated underground. He died! Now I know where he was buried. Next time I'll manage to save him. I have to go back and do it again. We didn't save Ruben because he died. Suffocated. I guess we do have to, like, not dawdle with that sort of thing. I'm not happy about that. That means I have to use up more of my amalgam. That stuff's hard to come by. We did manage to save Bad Grief, so that's one thing, right? At least we managed to save Bad Grief. Gosh, now I have to go talk to Lara. And Lara's all the way up here. In a bad part of town. Hey, what's up?
Не убивай. Доктор, брат, не убивай.
Oh, whoops. Apparently I want to go this way.
Опачки.
Hey, yo, guys, relax.
Defended yourself, Doctor.
Let's take all that stuff, thank you. Just had to defend myself a little bit, you know? What's this? Camphor. We need to heal ourselves. We've gotta make ourselves less suppressed. Strychnine crystals. We had to defend ourselves. It was self-defense, chat. Relax.
Поди сюда. Мало мы вас вешали. Вот не ждали. Брат, не убивай, не убивай.
Dude, get out of here.
Не убивай.
It's just unbelievable. The guy punches me in the back of the head. Give me a break. I'm just trying to save people, man. Why you being like this?
Medals mark murderers, the way a brand marks livestock.
Sometimes I regret not studying medicine, and having only my intuition to guide me when I help people. On the other hand, that would have meant leaving this place, if only for a time to study. A friend of mine managed to do that, but I couldn't imagine leaving. Can I ask why you made your own house into a shelter in the first place? This is my father's house, where my memory of him lives. He was a strict, rule-bound man. But refusing someone in need was abhorrent to him. When he died, I decided to set up a shelter here, so people would always have a food and a roof over their heads, and I have a house that isn't quiet as a tomb. Let's get down to business. I came here to question you about the sanitary conditions of a house that sees plenty of visitors every day. Yes, of course. We provide clean bedding to those who stay the night. We thoroughly wash any dishes used by those who come to eat. We check everything that's donated to us. What else? We have an emergency exit leading towards the river. You can walk around and see for yourself. First glance, the house is in good condition, no signs of plague. But will you let me check the water? It's crucial during a plague, but also a possible infection vector. I'm no doctor, but my thoughts also went first to the water. My friend has given me the idea of bringing it here from the steppe. The remote springs there. He literally carried the first barrel on his back. That's why we called him Cub as children. He's always been strong. Do you mean Barack? That was nice of him. Doesn't mean we don't need to analyze the water in my lab. Of course, if you need to, go ahead. Take any samples you need, though. To be honest, the thought of you doubting the steppe water frightens me. Everyone needs water. Therefore, we should make sure it's safe to drink. Water from the House of the Living. Water for all, free. While the town languishes from thirst, the shelter pours water for anyone who asks. True paradise, but I'd check that water. Okay, so we got the water from Lara. Just need to check it. Make sure it's not, you know, full of bacteria or something. The house looks pretty good. Just a few people here, looks like. Now there's supplies. I find it funny that one of the questions was, where did you get the supplies from? When it was Daniil that gave her the supplies.
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
Hey, bud. Trade. What have you got? I have lots to trade. What is this? Herbal mixture. Folk sedative. Some calomel for healing. I think we need some strychnine. I don't know why you would just drink strychnine, but okay. Got it. Probably need some of this for healing, if I had to guess. Swevery extract. Serves as a natural stimulant when mixed with other components. This compound has little value for the healthy, but it may greatly ease the passing of the terminally ill. Oh, okay, so you could use this to help somebody that you find that's suffering. Got it. I feel like the morphine is actually better. Because it's, like... The last time I used some of this stuff, it just killed the person outright. Just killed them instantly. So... I don't know. Is that tobacco? Okay, let's go ahead and use some tobacco.
Weird, but tolerable.
Weird, but tolerable. Alright, so how do we get out of here? How do we get out of this place? I want to go to the south, it looks like. And then around the corner.
Разговор, брат. Не убивай, только не убивай. Доктор, ты что?
Why do they call me doctor when they're trying to kill me? It's not very nice. There's some points of interest left unexplored. You see, that's interesting that they say that. Okay, we're not going to go through the plague districts, because that last time was horrible. Definitely not going to happen. I find it interesting that there are, like, specific plot points that they definitely do not want you to pursue. The whole thing with the train, for instance, you know, you could probably go and talk to the people about smuggling yourself out of town, but you know you can't actually do that because it puts you in jail, and then you're stuck in prison.
was quiet in the Nadiva.
Okay. It's 5:30 already. Guess that explains why Stack died. Hours and hours had passed while he was in the coffin buried underground. But at least now we know where he's buried. You can go there immediately. Okay, let's go to the Stillwater and inspect this water. I'm sure that we're gonna have to go somewhere else after this. We're probably gonna get this and that quest line with Bad Grief finished today. Then we'll have to start over again. Hey, buddy. Korokoi. Swevery extract. He also sells it. Interesting. Analyze items. Water is life. This water contains living agents of sand plague and brings death to anyone who drinks it. They have to be warned. They have to know it's going to infect people. The poor are being given pathogen and contaminated water, which must be stopped immediately. I have to go back. Oh, hello.
I've heard of this love thing, all right. Never seen it, though.
Hello, Vlad. Dr. Dankoski, you're a hard man to find. Wherever I go, people tell me you just left. Sorry, no time for chatter. I just found out the town's water supply is contaminated. That's why I've come. I want to help with that. Help? I know what you're going to say. Haven't you done enough, Vlad? Come for another shot at destroying the town after failing yesterday? But this time I actually do know what needs to be done. This morning I was told the plumbing had been destroyed. You almost spelled out my exact thoughts. I know you have no reason to trust me, but the destroyed plumbing system was my project, my brainchild. All the energy and resources I spent researching plumbing and water treatment, I'm glad at least some of it can be of use now. How can it be of use if it's destroyed? The piping itself is broken, but I checked. The filtering and chlorinating systems are intact. If I use them to treat the spring water, it should be good enough to drink. That's why I was looking for you. You're in charge now. Will you allow me to draft a water filtering decree for you? Interesting. That's actually a really good idea from him. So we can't use the piping, but we can actually use the filtering equipment. If we could just get the water, filter it, we still have a water supply. Ready the equipment, the instructions, the paperwork, I'll review it all. If it looks good, I'll sign the decree. Master of Wells. The would-be dictator Vlad the Younger offered to help with water purification. I'm glad I am to be wrong about him.
Just don't touch me this time of year. And don't touch anything in here.
Yeah, you got it. I won't touch anything. I'm not gonna touch you. Anything. Okay, so... is that it for the decree? Do I have to, like, just go back up here and then... turn it on, so to speak? No. How do I... Alright, I still have to tell her not to drink the water. Yes. Got it. I still have to go back and tell her not to drink the water, and then I have to come back and talk to Vlad to enact the decree.
You're too high-strung.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Alright, off we go. I gotta be honest, these places where the people, the rioting districts, it's a little bit more unsettling than the plague districts, to be honest.
Иди сюда. Только не убивай.
I think it's the constant screaming. Like, why are there so many people yelling all the time?
Мало мы вас вешали. Стоп, брат. Брат, не убивай. Сволота столичная. Нет патронов.
There's so many of them. It's like a whole mob following me around.
I think I'm fading. My clothes are worn out, threadbare.
So what is it, Doctor? What took you so long? I can wait, but the people can't. You were still here when I first refused to give them the water. Can they hand it out now? No, the water is contaminated with plague. Oh, that's awful. I'll give the orders at once. Wait, Doctor, the water in the House of the Living is step water. After that first barrel, I made arrangements with the water carriers I know, and since it's such a long journey, they've decided to deliver the water to more than just me. So there are other barrels in town taken from the same springs running down the streets. How could I? I did it. I instructed the carriers. I've almost doomed my own shelter, and I've led our disaster beyond its walls. Sorry, I'll get a hold of myself. Wailing won't help. Would you agree to test the other barrels in town, Dr. Dankovsky? Certainly, but it's going to take a while. Finding them, taking samples, going back to the still water, waiting for results. I might know a way to save you time. Would your lab fit on a carriage? What you need for water testing, at least. I have someone I trust among the carriers. He could do that. Hi, Pat. Come here, please. Forgive me, my lady. Heard you talk. I did. You were pretty loud in your fretting, you and the doc. Need me to carry stuff around for the doctor, then? It's not stuff. It's chemical analysis equipment. Please be very careful with it. That'd be much appreciated. That I can do, don't worry. I'll go to your still water now, load it up, and then catch up with you. You go along now. I know where they could have taken the other barrels. I'll mark it on your map. You just take your sample, then look for me somewhere nearby, wherever I can find a good spot for my wagon. Thank you for stepping up, iPad. This is vital. This is my one chance at redemption. Oh, stop it, little lady. Don't go tormenting yourself over nothing. We'll find everything, you sort it out, and then the doctor, good doctor, will decide. It's very convenient to be able to test the water on the spot. A brilliant idea. Humanitarian catastrophe. Uh-oh. Lyra is horrified. She's ready to help me find good water for today, but how much time will the analysis take? Barrels are in 3 healthy districts. My assistant with the analyzer will stop near them. I need to take a sample and examine it. So we have 3 different districts we have to get to. Here, here, and here. Okay, got it. Well, let's get going.
Не стреляй! Мало мы вас вешали. Какие люб, брат? Не убивай.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to have to shoot any of you.
Только не убивай.
I mean, I will.
Стой, стой, стой. Брат, не убивай.
I can't be stopped. I must go to these places. and save the city. Alright, we have to test the water in these 3 districts. It's getting quite late. What's going on here? Stop! Please think twice about this. Your health is at stake. What's that poster? This damn vaccine. I suggest you hold off on getting inoculated, my good man. They're injecting people with some slop that was whipped up yesterday from whatever they had on hand. It's not the way to do it. It's a miracle this vaccine even exists, you know. It'll be a miracle if we wake up after taking it, and if you do, well, our esteemed big city doctor will just whip up a new one. Any medicine is poison. Just imagine the state of your humors in a week or 2. There are anti-vaxxers in this game? Oh man, that's actually really funny. I see you're against using the vaccine. Would you like to hear about the alternative? Not sure I understand your insinuations, but do tell. The alternative is to burn the town to the ground, and it's already burning. The plague is spreading like a fire, and this vaccine is our only chance. A dangerous medicine. But it's all we have, and it's better than nothing, don't you see? Well, that's a bit over the top. Let's not succumb to panic and alarmism, shall we? I still suggest you stop and think about what you would find more outrageous. The vaccine, or your town in ashes. What are you guys doing? Very well, any recent fever, vertigo, sore throat, a cough? No, nothing like that. Alright, noted. Hey, where do you think you're going? Get in line. Just taking a look. I want to see how the vaccination is going. Is everything alright? Have you been listening to that weirdo with a sign? Don't mind his nonsense. It's a reliable vaccine developed under the personal guidance of Bachelor Dankowski. Get to the end of the line. You won't wait long. The procedure is swift and simple. Bachelor Dankowski, that would be me. Oh, Mr. Dankowski, so nice to see you. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. My name is... I don't want to keep you longer than necessary. How's it going? Great, it's going great. We're ahead of the schedule. Once we vaccinated each other in front of the crowd, people started pouring in. Great job, thank you. I really hope it's going as well as he indicates that it is, you know? Dankowski seemed a little bit worried that he was just pretending to be fine. Just to look good. Take sample. Analyze. High mineral content, no trace of sand plague. This water is safe to drink.
One
Hell yes.
sparrow is not enough to feed 12 mouths.
Dr. Dankowski? Hi, Pat. There you are. Sorry, I couldn't stay put. People are worried and thirsty. Oh, you tie your pretty feet again, my lady. You don't look after yourself at all, always busy helping others. Good timing, Laura. My analysis shows that this barrel is clean. You may distribute it. You know who needs it most right now. What a relief. Not all is lost then. But what do we do with the infected water? Do we just pour it out somewhere? That would be a waste. Young Vlad suggested filtering it with the equipment from the destroyed pipeline. It's worth a try. Oh, I hope it all works out. And the town won't have to save every drop. Thanks to Vlad. And to you, of course, Dr. Dankowski. I don't know what we would do without you. I should be thanking you. Without the water carrier helping me, I'd have been running to and fro between the barrels and the still water all day. You know, Doctor, there's an idea. Not very convenient for you to be running back to your home, to your test tubes all the time, is it? Wasn't half bad today. Saved you some time at least. My Viking can fit all your stuff and then some. Might you be in need of me later on? Not a bad thought. What about your main job, the water deliveries? Well, I'm not living it, am I? I'll carry water for the townsfolk. Then, and that fancy glass of yours too. Like we agreed today. I'll stand where I can be seen, and only where the plague's not too nasty and I won't run into any looters. It'll be easier for you than running back to the Stillwater. Have a good idea? Okay, we've got a deal. Sounds good. High Pat's one of the most reliable helpers of the House of the Living. Even my father trusted him with errands. That's why I sent him along with you today. I'm sure you'll work well together. I'll be there at your place tomorrow, Doc. You can count on me. Today I'd better help out at the shelter. Make sure there's no mix-up with the sick water. Sounds reasonable. You can also instruct the other carriers about cleaning contaminated water. New decree idea, water filtration. Fantastic. Or that was it? I thought I had to go to all of them. I thought I had to go to all the places. But apparently that was all I had to do, was talk to the guy one time. Today the destitute will get their water and then we can filter as much as needed. Problem solved. Okay, problem solved for now. Like, I don't think it's going to be solved forever. Something bad's going to happen. It always does. If I try to flee, I'll be caught and caged like a rat. Or was there still a way? I think that's a trap. I think that is definitely a trap. Arrange the filtration of the town's drinking water reserves. We have to get back to the still water so we can enact this decree. I thought the gut was clear. I guess not. The answer is always arson. Burn everything. Yeah. Yeah. In this case, yeah. It might work. Just have to go straight down the road to get through the gut. I am not welcomed here. Dan Kotsky is barely welcomed anywhere else in the city. He's basically a pariah.
Только не убивай. Мало мы вас вешали. Стой, стой, стой! Брат! Не убивай! Вот сюда!
And it's all because he issued that quarantine directive. That's really it. Everything else is kind of like weird, but people can get away with it. I guess the vaccine as well. If there's anti-vaxxers, then, I mean, there's no reasoning with them. Repair the projectile. Okay. Don't know what to do with that. Mix medicine. So we can make some medicine. I don't know what this is or does. All recipes. Calomel requires... Oh, okay. So these are the things I have. We can make some strychnine with water and that crystalline something we have. Page 2. Nothing. Some morphine. Some strychnine or morphine. Or calomel. I think we're going to make the strychnine. I've got plenty of calomel and morphine. X. Use recipe. Craft. Perfect. That's all I've got. I need water for basically everything else. Cool. Let's get the water filtration set up. That ought to really help, too. Okay, so we've got, Shabnak protection. Quarantine. Experimental vaccine, day 4. It's gotta be this. Water filtration. Plus 80 unrest, minus 75 contagion. We bought an extra day. We bought an extra day. Do you see that? We went from day 5 being the last day to day 6 being the last day. I don't know what that focus of infection eliminated means, and I don't know what that critical event means. Those two things are still mysterious to me, and that is, not good. So now we're filtering the town's water. We have vaccine for day 4, and we're quarantining people. So we'll still need to make the vaccine for day 5. And something else has to happen. First attempts. Vaccinate the population with the experimental drug from the Emergency Epidemic Committee. Alright, so we have the vaccine from day 3. The vaccine from day 4. Yeah. The water filtration is big. The quarantine is still there. We might need to lift the quarantine at some point because of the unrest, but feels like we're doing okay. Protection from Shabnak. Alright. I actually bought an extra day. That's exciting. That means we can go to day 6 now. Whereas before we could only go to day 5. Use. I have to do this day again. Doesn't use up that much amalgam. Which is good, I was worried about that. So going to a new day uses up quite a lot of amalgam. Going to a day that I've already done uses up less than... Actually, it seems like it uses up more the further away from the current day. That's how I'm reading this correctly? Anyway. We have to do day 4 one more time. So we can save stack. Stack Reuben died. Where is that? This thing. Alter course of... Oh! God damn it! Okay. Well. Press the wrong button. It's a good thing it doesn't use up much amalgam. Okay. Day 4. Select day. I can't load the game because loading the game uses up amalgam as well. Alright, so we want to... Button on the... Finger on the right button. Reset that. Which is to say, we want to save Reuben before he... dies from asphyxiation in the coffin. We've done everything else, it seems like. Everything else has been resolved for day 2. Including the water supply. I'm actually really happy about that. I don't know why. Start day. Now we want to start the day. See, I wish it would have confirmed this. It didn't confirm it, I don't think, before I started it last time. On which the new theater season begins. Alright folks, we're gonna go ahead and call it there though. We're back in this tomorrow night, Wednesday. It's gonna be the end of the broadcast. What a game! I love how just, like, completely unsettling it is. From the storytelling to the music, the artwork, like, everything is just a little bit surreal, a little bit off. And then it gets, like, more and more interesting from there. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up day 4, tomorrow night, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, more Pathologic 3. Wrap up day 4, go on to day 5. Beginning of the game, day 5 was the last day. Right, we've been able to get one more day out of it with the right decrees. And we can go to day 6 after that. So we'll do day 4, and then on to day 5, and then day 6. I'm interested to see how this all progresses. We have a lot of mysteries still left unsolved. And we have this like mechanic where we're just going back and forth in time. And the first day, the subtitle for the first day is "The day could all have been prevented." Interesting. So I'm guessing that is actually the most important day, even though the inspector doesn't want us to go back and discuss it because he doesn't regard it as being pertinent at all. All right, everyone. If you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, don't forget to follow us right here on Twitch. I would love to see you all here again next time. Hello, Ada. Lurking. If you're on the YouTube side, like the live stream, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all here again on Wednesday night. In the meantime, folks, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Wednesday. And I'll see you all next time. Good night, cheers, and take care.